video.
I'm sponsored by this guy, end video, new video. I'm sponsored by this guy, end video, new video. I'm sponsored by...
It would be different as well if they sent me meagering noodles. If they'd sent me some like samples, maybe I would have taken the deal. I'm not immune to flattery.
Did you try negotiating it?
No.
But it is your problem. Should have said, tell you what, throw me samples of that and you got yourself a deal.
Nah, it was through like an agency thing, so it wasn't like I didn't have direct contact to them. Also, welcome to the stream. I'm playing Elite Dangerous. No, sorry, I'm not doing this properly. Hello guys, welcome to my new stream of Elite. God, I make myself feel nauseous doing that. I hurt my throat doing that voice.
Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm back with another video and
Christ. I'm playing Elite Dangerous. It's going to be very boring.
I'm playing the SpaceX game known as Elite Dangerous. It is a game
occasionally
where describe it.
your ship will blow up.
Oh, honestly, my ship won't blow up. I'm doing space trucking. I'm doing safe courier missions.
But
You
listen,
will
you need
accidentally full speed into a station.
every time you start the stream,
Repeatedly.
you need to discuss and describe what your game is as if you're sponsored by them.
Cursed.
It has to be over enthusiastic about literally everything you say.
I don't think I've got the, like... I don't think I've got the diaphragm for that.
Here I go modifying an audio file because crazy.
Because I have mental illness. You just like edit the voice of like your family members' voicemails. It's like, what are you doing? Just playing with.
We're removing the one piece of audio I don't like.
Someone say One Piece. The One Piece is real.
Can we
Someone
get
say-
much higher? Oh my god.
We had to.
Technically, we can't get much higher. We're in
contractual.
space. Yeah.
In space, there's no one to stop you if you go up forever. Do it.
We're in
Become
space.
higher than
There's
space.
no one to hear us scream.
There's also no one to hear you make whatever the fuck noise that was from Lolly.
Was there ever like a porn parody of Alien? Because that feels like an easy like tagline. It's
Absolutely,
a parody.
I would have to say, yeah, probably.
there is.
Lolly is knowledgeable.
Speaking from experience, Lolly.
He went on the
No.
he found the archive.
I literally only search one tag. That's all I need.
Lamar.
I am a simple man.
Alright, since you're in the archives, could you look up how to spell Boxy from 4chan?
Do I even want to know?
She was kind of a 4chan sweetheart in the early 2000s.
BOXXY.
Cool, okay, I got it right.
I thought so.
Sorry, I or Y?
Why?
Cool, okay. I didn't forget.
But why?
I named my ship the Small Boxy. But I'm thinking of changing it to I am Boxy, you see.
Who? Dozen?
Yeah?
Is it who?
A chick called Boxy.
No, who asked?
Get
Those are
out!
asked, obviously.
Get out!
Also, I need to hear a video. Be right back.
So I've got a ship that can jump into literal hyperspace or do like a frame shift or whatever, however it works. And then, yeah, I can't delete my emails that quickly in the ship. It's got like email delete lag. Incredible. The technology is amazing.
Yeah. It is right though. Every time they try to make email better, they make it worse.
Yeah. I really hate all the move towards like automation inbox shit. Like no Outlook. I don't want you fucking putting shit in weird folders for me. No Gmail. I don't want you fucking like trying to section shit into promotional and social. Like, let me set up folders if I'm going to. I know you can turn all that shit off. Like, I do that, but still.
Yeah. But it's like, why did they do this?
It's because of the fucking
Do they
little...
know how many 40-year-old boomers can't get over it when you move one piece of mail?
That's what I think is the problem, is they're trying to make it easier for the 40-year-old fucking literal hoes that can't fucking, like, handle, like, setting up an automated, like, inbox rule. But at the same time, because they keep influencing change, boomers freak the fuck out. Because they'll learn how to do the old way slowly over like 10 years, like how to open a PDF. But then if you change like Acrobat, yeah. Oh shit, I'm getting interdicted and I was not paying attention. Lamau.
Whoops. Crazy how nature do that.
That's alright, I'll try spinning, that's a good trick.
Shit, who's even chasing you right now?
What was that, Skip?
Have you ever been, like, actually interdicted when you're paying attention?
I've been interdicted, like, once. Like, successfully, even though I tried to avoid it. But it's normally pretty easy to avoid, to be honest, unless it's players. Players are, like, a different kind of case. It's normally AI, though, and the AI are dumb. They don't interdict you very successfully.
No, it's basically just like, oh, you want a free fight? When you're in a combat ship anyway. But in a trader, you have to politely ask them to go away.
Holy shit, I never thought I'd find it. A tutorial for an armored free thing that's not kind of fucking looted or out of date.
That is literally insane.
I'm gonna call witchcraft on that.
Docking request denied? Why?
Too far, I think.
Fuck you, that's why.
I think you should be close enough now, though.
Too far from 6 kilometers away.
What the hell? I was 7.
That's closer than you want to call for. It's closer than you want to call for a plane, much less a spaceship.
Denied again. Oh, you know what? It's probably both landing pads.
Or is it landing pad?
Yeah. Let's go buzz them. Just fire at the other person on the landing pad. Get off.
Just buzz the tower.
Get off. I want to go here.
Good video. That's a good audio clip. I'm keeping that one.
I need to check my microphone actually. I feel like I'm peaking. My fucking audio is really annoying how it keeps doing that. I used to try and use voice meter, but that did not help. That almost made everything worse. So I go down to like 65. There we go.
I would bother with all that, but I don't know it already and I don't have time to learn, so I don't bother at all. If I'm peaking, it's somebody else's problem. I don't hear it.
Does my audio sound better now for you guys? Or like
Sounds
not
the same.
different?
Sounds fine to me.
Okay, cool. That's all good. I just noticed myself going into the read on Shobius.
My OBS does that all the fucking time. And then I go back and watch and I don't hear anything loud.
Ah, an ally like you is always welcome here. Feel free to dock. Yeah, I wasn't welcome 5 minutes ago, you fucking assholes. Honestly, you should kick anyone out that's not allied with the Empire. Priority docking.
Imperial nobility moment.
Honestly, the landing pad should be like a giant trampoline, just fling them into space if someone else comes along who's higher ranked. It just goes like, what? Like compresses a little bit and it goes, and just fires their ship into the blackness of the void.
That'd be great.
Sorry, priority docking.
I'm not sorry, get fucked.
Aterrizaje exitoso. Motores desactivados.
I wish you could change your AI to the Duolingo owl so I could actually learn Spanish while flying around.
Nah. Why you're not looking at switch it to Dora AI?
Like Dora the Explorer?
Yeah.
Do you know what an interdiction looks like?
Oh god.
That would be funny.
You run into a pirate. Swiper, no swiping.
Trying to use the map. It's a fucking paper map of a star system. Ah! Fuck you, map.
20,000 years out of date. Nothing's even in the same area.
I was gonna talk about something, then I realized it's probably just better not to.
Oh,
Keep my dumb mouth shut.
that would be. Come on, speak up.
It's related to the Dora the Explorer movie, the live action one.
I haven't seen it, so I don't care about spoilers anyway.
Neither have I.
Okay, so what are you gonna say then?
It's better not. I don't go into it. I was trying to
Why?
explain that.
Why?
It opens up too many questions
Such as?
that I don't have answers to.
And that would be?
Dozer,
I'm gonna keep it vague.
you not telling us about it is opening up more questions that we don't even know.
Okay, let me look something up. Let me look something up first, and then we can discuss it if it's appropriate.
Is Dora 18 or older in the movie?
How did you know what I was thinking? Go Google that, and then tell me.
We know
There's
you.
one problem with that, Dozer. I'm already in your walls.
Okay, it's 2019 movie. And it was Isabella Moner, or whatever her name is. 2019. Okay, she was born in 2001. It's a 2019 movie. Okay. It's a little close for comfort. Let's just not do it. Let's just not go there.
How old would she be? How old would she be?
Potentially 18.
Ah,
You'd have to go down to the months.
First line in the plot. Deep in the Peruvian jungle, 6-year-old Dora Marquez.
Oh. Yeah, nah. Steering quickly away from that thing.
One Dozer.
Come on, Dozer, share with the class.
I have nothing more to say.
You're in a safe zone.
No, I'm not. With YouTube.
You can mute it.
No.
It's been more than 15 seconds. They don't pay attention anymore.
Yeah, unironically. Unless it's copyrighted music. Which it always detects for them anyway.
Yeah, and it's often wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there was a better platform at the moment that people actually watched, I would use it. Fuck you, YouTube. I'm only here because your scummy fucking algorithm is essential to smaller streamers. It's not like I wanted to be here or anything, Sundari. YouTube coon.
You can't fucking use that word. It's racist.
I mean, like K-U-N, like the Japanese word.
Uh-huh.
You know what I meant. Don't you pervert this.
Oh, you want to talk about perversion?
No. I explicitly don't want to talk about it.
Tren de aterrizaje replegado. Nave liberada. Motores activados.
Time to experiment for this mission.
What are you doing? Or is it a secret?
I'm testing out the civilian presence modules.
Okay.
Which is what I looked out for.
Cool. Also, I would highly recommend. I'm not trying to just like, what's it called? I'm not trying to break your balls about it. But if you are in Eden, don't forget the Taru pods.
I already put them down.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
That's it. I'm gonna break your balls. Remember the Taru pods. Delete them.
I'd be like, remember the Kant from fucking Expand? Remember the pods?
Oh god, they took our water.
Mensaje de misión crítica entrante.
I do love all the memes about the Duolingo owl coming and like breaking your knees.
Yeah.
You didn't do your like lesson that day.
You know what that means? Warning, intruder alert, back door.
I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if there's already like an X thread or like an SCP about the Duolingo owl.
You really think they would have waited until now? It was probably made like within a week of Duolingo coming out.
Yeah. Look at this nerd trying to interdict me while I spin.
I'll into your addiction.
You're my addiction, Skill.
I can't make the noise, damn it.
I can teach you.
Don't give him dark Jedi powers. Fucking Palpatine over here. It's not something the Jedi would tell you. I must say that the AI voice stuffs get pretty scary.
Oh.
It's like scarily accurate really quickly. I am tempted to see what Dozette would sound like.
Do it.
Just take a bunch of like mommy roleplay ASMR samples and put them into like one voice.
My moon and star.
I'm Nerevar.
I think that was the most unsettling thing I've ever heard. Scott moaning as staying on Earth.
Do it again.
He's eating crackers. His mouth is filled with saltines. As punishment for his sins.
It's not crackers, it's cookies.
Your crackers.
Can't fucking say that. It's racist.
That doesn't count, it's against white people.
God, I fucking hate that so much.
Yeah.
Which son of a bitch?
Huh?
Which son of a bitch?
Oh,
I
you said
said
I
I
hate
fucking
that so
hate
much.
Yeah.
Which son of a bitch? It just says it again.
Non-white people.
Which son of a bitch?
Dolly, you can't say that.
Watch me.
Can't believe you were about to call Dozer a Nickelback fan.
I like their first
YouTube.
album.
Alright, calling it.
Sweat as I actively listen to Never Made As a Wise Man.
Never met it as a poor man, really. Unironically, that time period of music's like super, like, it's like cringe Kino. It's all cringe, but it's also great. Like, I unironically had the first Panic at the Disco album on CD as well. Good Charlotte, Green Day. Oh, that was the days.
Mid 90s grunge.
That was a little bit earlier. That's more like Nirvana.
Yeah.
I'd say it was like early 2000s, like.
Aterrizaje exitoso. Motores desactivados.
Is Nirvana really mid 90s?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
80s to early 90s.
Because it was before, like, Foo Fighters, because Dave Grohl was the drummer for Nirvana.
Nirvana was an American rock band formed in 1987.
Mensaje entrante.
Years active, 87 to 94.
I'm not gonna lie though, I was a bit taken aback when I got the day author message from you. Because they're like, wait, what?
Tren de aterrizaje replegado.
It sounded pretty fucking good, right?
Activados.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, you used to, like, just months ago have to, like, go to, like, Cameo or something to, like, actually hire the voice actor for something like that. Well, now you can just pipe in, you know, a couple of samples and you fucking have, like, a perfect recreation. Although it is pretty sinister. I don't know if you guys have been following that whole, like, deepfake streamer controversy thing.
I have not.
Like the now Red sort of stuff they were doing?
No, there was,
guy
the one was, yeah, the one where the guy was looking at Pokemon fucking, like, deepfake porn. And his wife found out, and, like, his stream found out. Oh, okay. I'll tell the story. It's been told already, but there was a penguin. There was a fucking critical video about it, so it's already, like, you know, common knowledge. But basically, a streamer was watching, like, I think he was playing games or doing normal stream shit, and someone noticed his tab had, like, deepfake porn of, like, one of his, like, streaming colleagues slash coworkers, and it became, like, a big controversy, and he did, like, a pretty tearful apology with his wife and blah blah blah. But it's like the ethical ramifications of deepfaking, like, colleagues who can't, like, consent is pretty fucked. Like,
it's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, it's like long term. It's like it's not. It's such, the technology's getting pretty fucking crazy in terms of, like, accessibility and how well it works.
Yeah.
That it's, like, indistinguishable now. It's like you'd hate for you, like, someone to make it about you, and then, like, a job that, like, doesn't hire you because they don't know if your nudes are real or not. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really believe in that shit anyway. I personally don't think a job should have any fucking say in what you do in your private life, even if it is sexual content.
Really shouldn't, but
that's the way we live in.
Humans are weird.
It's the same as, like, facial tattoos. It's like, I don't know why that's it's dumb that that's still so stigmatized in, like, a workplace.
Yeah.
It's just
for the older generation, tattoos in general are pretty
Yeah.
And then facial tattoos are no.
Like, I personally don't give a fuck if someone's got merit and like, if I had
one
a
of the
small
nicest
business,
people I ever met had fucking full face tattoo. He was a firefighter. He was neat.
Yeah, the only time I'd be concerned that things like, you know, swastikas or whatever.
Yeah, if it's, like, actually anti-society shit, like horrible, like, yeah, Nazi symbols, like, gang murder shit, like, I'd be like, nah, I'm good. But if it's just, like, if it's cultural shit, of course, and then it, like, the moku here, for example, is, like, a very deep tradition. It's not something that's done lightly. And I don't think that has stigma here, but overseas, who knows? But then if it's just, you know, if it's something that, like, they got as an artistic choice, then fuck it. Like, if they're good at their jobs, I don't see why it's such a fucking issue.
Yeah, it should be the true meritocracy. You're just good. So
Yeah,
that's why you're there.
I believe in that for, like, ex-cons as well. If people have served their time honestly and they're a good worker, I don't give a flying fuck what their background is.
As long as you weren't, like, touching
kids. As long as
kids.
they're not sex offenders or you know, those fucks.
Yeah.
Or, you know, animals. That's like, what the fuck, bro?
I think that's classified under those fucks.
I think anything is. I think most things are
Most animal
forgivable,
abuse
but
are
there are a
so
couple of things that are unforgivable.
Yeah.
Like, killing an animal for food, get it. But, like, if you're killing, you know,
You're killing
horses
someone's dog
or
just to kill
sheep
their
or
dog.
cattle just to kill it.
I would say the exception to animal cruelty forgiveness for me would be dumb youths doing dumb shit because they had a shitty background. if they get acknowledged that they did something horrible and wrong when they were young, I can kind of look past that. Like ex-white supremacists is another one where it's like they grew up in a really shitty family that taught them that it was okay to be like that, and like if they've reformed,
for example, in that.
Yeah, I mean, basically, if they've reformed and they've realized, like, I don't want to live like that as an adult.
Nobody's
that's
100% the same thing throughout life, right?
Exactly.
So,
like, if someone
the
tortured
world's run that way sometimes, though, and it's, I get it.
Yeah, I don't want to go too far into specifics, but if someone was, like, accused and went to juvie for, like, animal cruelty, if they acknowledge that was horrible and feel genuine remorse and guilt for it, I'd probably, like, hire them later in life, but you probably wouldn't find out about that, really. When you're hiring people, it's like, I don't know how thorough the criminal record check is, like if it goes into detail or not. At least
that
here
depends
in
on
New
the
Zealand.
job, I think. Because, like, I had to get a full criminal record check when I got my current job, so...
I think I did for my last job, or maybe this one, can't remember.
I have to right now as well.
I can almost guarantee whatever job I go into, because I have a FOID card, I'm going to a airline school, and my brothers, I think they're engaged, so fiance's dad is retired Army intelligence. There are no secrets about me anymore.
Yeah.
There haven't been for months, if not years.
I'd say with most people being on modern internet, there's very little secrets about people as individuals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and to add to that, one of the instructors has a brother in the government that I don't think I can share his exact position, but that connection, however distant, means I'm still not having any personal information that nobody else knows. I think that would just make it to a greater degree of the government knows everything about me, even stuff I don't know about me.
Full psychological profile.
Probably.
And a personally trained AI to predict your next move.
The AI is just another fucking idiot like me. Doesn't know what it's doing next, doesn't know what it's doing now half the time. And when any potential employers see that in a Discord call, they're gonna see that and like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing apparently. I don't know if we want him. And then I'll have to explain to corporate America what a fucking joke is.
That's why we need to like
understand.
That's why we need to like find ways to make like artisan crafts, like some sort of way of making a small business like purely in our Discords. We employ each other to make fusion weaponry. No, wait. Fissile material. No, bad. Private military contracting.
Uh-oh. I think the US just called.
America just called. They want their oil back.
They found oil in Ukraine. Let's go.
Mensaje de misión crítica entrante.
I don't have a... I just want to... Dang it.
I should change my UI in my ship to like purple and green, I reckon. Like real gamer hours in the ship. Emphasis on the gay.
I added emphasis on the myrrh.
Merman.
No, it's gonna give you a bottle of myrrh.
What's mer? Oh, like what Jesus got for his birthday?
Yeah.
Bottle
Okay.
of knife ears.
Like M-Y-R-R-H? Is that how you spell it?
I don't fucking know.
I remember it's spelled annoyingly. Let me check.
It's in the Bible. Everything's spelled annoyingly in the Bible.
Yep, I was right. It's spelled M-Y-R-R-H. Thanks. Is it Abrahamic? I don't know. Arabic? Who knows?
Abrahamic religion, it was probably written in Arabic originally, because it would have been like ye olde Iraq, I think? Iran?
Is Yiddish just a vocal language? Or is Yiddish a written language as well? Or has it got a different name for the written form? I don't know. I don't know enough about languages.
Isn't Yiddish just, you know?
What the Yidu?
Yiddish.
Like I know, I'm pretty
Jewish,
sure.
isn't it?
Yeah, Yiddish is the Jewish language, and then I'm not sure if it's like, if that is the like, cause it's got its own alphabet, right? Like I'm pretty sure it's got like its own written format.
I can't remember what it's called, but I'm pretty sure you're right. Unless Yiddish is the written format.
That's what I'm trying to like think. Yiddish versus Hebrew. Oh, Hebrew is the other one I'm thinking of. Yeah, okay, yeah. Third primary...
Yiddish is written.
Yeah, after classical Hebrew and Jewish Aramaic. So yeah, that's what I'm getting confused about.
There is a opening page of the 1828 Yiddish written Jewish holiday of Purim play Esther. So there is written Yiddish.
Boy, how did I love my computer going to a crawl when I have Arma up.
You will enjoy the slowness. For it is Arma.
That song "Enjoy the Silence" by that band was Depeche Mode was definitely not about the fucking fans of your computer when running Arma. God, that's a really long, shitty joke. Fuck, that took a lot to say for very little payoff.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely enjoy the silence since I get my hands on some duct tape.
So that's better. That's a better joke and quicker.
And the implication.
God damn it.
Yeah, go to Dozer's Discord for kink.
Dozer supporting sex jokes on YouTube.
It's not even an erotic Discord.
The waifu's channel begs to differ.
The husbando's channel begs to differ. Oh god. The world we live in, how are we gonna make a channel for like non-binary types? Like, cause they them foos? I usually just put them into whatever one they prefer on the day. It's an interesting ethical quandary. We could just put them all on one channel and just call it smart. That'd probably be the easiest.
Just 2 threads in each in the channel.
Yeah.
Or threads for everything, who cares? Accidentally remake 4chan. Cry.
Weep as you ruin your life. By becoming moot too.
Damn, that they, them, so you got Dozer acting unwise.
I hate that as a sentence. But it do.
It do.
Everyone always talks about how the greatest generation got so much more accomplished. They didn't have to deal with cat boys. I'm telling you right now, there were no femboys in fucking Normandy.
That you know of.
There were.
If anything, our struggles are more, Chant. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna say that.
No, it's even worse. They're tomboys.
God, someone draw like 300,000 tomboys invading Normandy.
Oh god.
Snuff's cracking his knuckles to get into the Wacom tablet.
Lolly, boot up Heart of Iron 4. Show Dozette the dreadnought we made.
You already explained it.
A crew 4 times bigger than the Bismarcks. Now imagine that. All tomboys.
It's like the fucking,
Oh god.
like their fucking copy pasta about the giant Star Wars ship. The fucking, like, the Imperial Freudian Nightmare. How the ship's so long it takes, like, a week to get to the end of it. There's a crew. The engineering deck, like, rebels and forms its own civilization because there's just so many fucking people.
Oh yeah. That was a good one.
Bridge doesn't even hear about it until the next year.
Yeah. There's, like, trains up and down the ship.
You know, it's so big, it takes a year to go across the frame.
Yeah.
There, done. Now to get some piano wire and hang myself.
Oh my god.
Now.
My cat has memorized the sound of my chair leaning back. Because when I lean the chair back, that means I lean back. And that means I have a blanket. Which means the cat can lay on my collarbone and snuggle.
Tren de aterrizaje replegado. Nave liberada. Motores activados. Mensaje de misión crítica entrante.
There we go. Mission uploaded. Or, well, put into the chat, rather.
Nice.
That was a lot of cops that zoomed by.
Thank you. It's a little what?
The cops that zoomed by.
I am not apologizing for my art.
Oh no, what have you done?
You'll see. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna worry.
About to look at waifus, probably.
He knows too much.
Cargando motor de distorsión.
Cargando Montoya Distortion.
Oh, speaking of that, Dozer, have a bunny in waifus if you haven't already.
4, 3, 2, 1.
With fish.
Activando.
Easter this year is gonna be wild. Like, all the smart artists are gonna go, like, ham, aren't they?
Probably.
Nice. Nice.
Nice, nice, nice.
Recolectando combustible.
And anyone watching the stream is not in the voice chat with us. I'm basically doing grinding Empire to get the Imperial Cutter, because I want to do big cargo run.
Colector de combustible desactivado.
Jesus Christ! Even more
They're
going
after
by.
Lolly.
Cargando motor de distorsión.
They're trying to find you, Lily. What did you do?
My lawyer has advised me not to,
Actually, I know what you
speak
did.
with her.
You're not subscribed to HBO Max.
3, 2,
The whore.
activando.
You're gonna make it a treasonous crime not to have 15 at least streaming services in America?
Yeah, at least.
At least. No music doesn't count. You gotta have at least 5 of those.
You have to have 2 for sports. Even if you don't watch sports.
You gotta have a traditional cable subscription as well.
Exactly.
Speaking of traditional subscription, shit, I'll be right back once you get food cooked.
That's not even remotely
Colector de
related.
combustible desactivado.
That's like the most tentative one today.
Cargando motor de distorsión.
These dark evils of Wally.
Right back.
Cuatro, 3, 2, 1. Activando.
Today's Thursday, right?
Yep.
Recolectando
I wake up
combustible.
tomorrow morning. Gross.
Colector de combustible desactivado. Cargando motor de distorsión. Cuatro, 3, 2, 1. Activando.
This thing really is just a little brick.
Brick. Funny little square.
No. The cube. It flies. It will be interesting to see what humanity accomplishes in space long term. I really hope we do get out there more.
Have you ever seen the movie Alien?
Yeah, many
I'm
times.
back. And fuck,
Welcome
even more
back.
cops start zooming across. What the
Yeah.
fuck is going on?
They're hunting you, Lolly. Better subscribe to YouTube Red.
Unfortunately, nothing was cooked, and it's too late to cook anything myself, so time to order out.
Why don't you just have a jug in your room so you can like make noodle?
What?
Why don't you have like what do you guys call them? Electric kettles? I forgot. Americans are weird. None of you own jugs.
Our
I know
jugs are
people
probably
with
good.
jugs.
Like, how do you boil water, Lolly?
With fire.
It depends. Usually in a pot or pan.
Okay, so it's like a little vessel that you put water in, and it boils the water for you, and then you can just pour it over like noodles in a bowl or something. So you can theoretically do it in your room. So just use it as an outlet. rather than...
Yeah, they have those, but they're not super common.
It's very weird. I've never really understood it.
It's just, well, we don't drink tea, and that's the big thing.
Right, yeah. What about instant coffee, though?
It's probably,
Like,
probably
why
too
would you have
expensive.
instant coffee when you could just put it in a brewer and have actual coffee? Most people have brewers.
Like, do you mean like the little Nespresso type things, or more like the hot drip
there's
coffee?
Mix of drip coffee and the pod stuff now.
Oh, okay.
Mostly pod stuff.
I hate pods.
Question.
There's a brand I like. It's made of like cardboard and shit.
That's alright then. As long as they're not like, yeah. The like aluminium foil ones seem super wasteful, like the Nescafe ones. Sorry, you were saying, Scuff? Question?
How does my cat have the zoomies at like 19 years old? I don't think even I ran that much when I was 19.
It's because cat is zoomy. Do you feed him meth chocolate?
Yeah, it's got a secret tin of Pertivin somewhere.
I'm starting to get concerned about what the company puts in their food now.
Most dry food now is overly nutritious, actually. Like, to the point where your cat doesn't eat anything else, they're gonna get diabetes.
Yeah, we switched our cats like a... Well, I didn't, but the cat's owners at the flat I live at switched their cats over to like pure raw meat. It seems to do them pretty well.
I've had to switch to just wet food for my cat, because the dry food wasn't doing anything for him anymore.
Mm.
It literally led to his diabetes. Whoops.
Bodega de carga a máxima capacidad.
He's still a hungry little shit.
He's just like me, for real, for real.
I don't think my cat has diabetes, but I also feed her a lot of cheese, so who fucking knows?
As long as she's not getting cheese farts.
Not that I've noticed.
Alright.
Fuck it, McDonald's, why not?
I like this terminal. It's got a cool color scheme. It's like blue neon and like blue lighting. Called the brand terminal.
Escáner detectado.
Why is this McDonald's? It's 1.5 miles away, 60 minutes.
What are you ordering?
I'm looking at what's available, and McDonald's it's fucking a 60-minute delivery time despite it being a mile away.
Escáner detectado.
Oh,
Cargando motor de distorsión.
maybe they have to find a driver to hire to deliver it.
Food and delivery has gotten so expensive here. It's just at the point where I just like literally can't afford to get Uber Eats anymore. It's just way too expensive on top of already expensive food.
Yeah, I stopped Uber Eats because my deliveries kept getting wrong and I can't get refunds, so I was like, yeah, fuck you.
They don't do refunds?
Apparently not anymore. Like, they do, but they don't.
Well, they're meant to, but they refuse to.
Sorry, this order is not eligible for a refund. Okay, can you tell me why? Sorry, policy says we cannot.
Right, yeah, it's probably because your account gets like 3 a year or something dumb like that. Some background thing.
I don't know, I just know they keep getting my deliveries wrong, and I'm not getting compensated for it. So I'm like, why fucking bother with them?
It's better, like, it's better for your psyche, I think, to get good at, like, cooking your own shit and, like, buying groceries. It's normally healthier and cheaper anyway.
Yeah, I would.
More
The thing is, food is
that tastes
expensive.
better.
Yeah.
one, food's expensive. Two,
Yep.
usually by the time I am ready to get up and cook something, it's too late in the day because people will be sleeping.
Yeah, you've got outlying circumstances, but like, generally, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand why you do what you do, but like, I need to start like going to the grocery store more often, or at least like getting like groceries delivered.
I'm not holding my breath, but hopefully my application for a food card will go through.
Well,
That'd be good.
hit
So
up,
it might be hard since I'm not a single mother.
You can claim you're a baby daddy. No, I'm kidding.
is Lucky still the, 1/4
Tribune?
Tribune? Yeah.
I think so.
Hit him up for a pasta recipe. I sent him one,
Cargando motor de
but I
distorsión.
sent it through the, feedback form.
Best. And ironically, the cooking board of 4chan's got some good, like, tips and advice and shit. Like, it's actually a good board for that sort of stuff.
Uno. Activando.
Like, living cheap or, you know, cooking at home and that shit.
Yeah.
Which is
I
funny,
thought it
because
was-
it's 4chan, but still. Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
You just don't go to the other boards.
I go to lots of boards, but there are some I avoid. I'm not a big fan of, like, B or Pol, but there's a lot of other boards that are pretty funny.
Yeah. I haven't,
TV,
there was
TG,
one guy
but fair.
who,
Moo.
like, told me he was on, B all the time, so I went there once, and the first thing I saw was child porn, and I was like,
Cargando motor
Oh.
de distorsión.
Jesus.
I'm getting off this website.
Yeah,
Who
B,
fucking did that?
B is nasty. Like, it can
That's
be anything.
4chan on the B
Oh.
on the B board, because it's all just like random,
That's random,
shit, so
yeah.
that's where all the pedophiles hang out.
Cuatro.
The problem with B is that that's what everyone thinks 4chan is, but it's like that's just one board. Like the other shit's like almost civilized.
Yeah, I don't use 4chan. I get enough on Facebook.
Yeah.
Enough content, rather.
TG and shit's
Yeah.
like genuinely really cool for like tabletop stuff, like the campaigns and like world building stuff is really interesting. And just like
Like
keeping
the
in the
Green
loop.
Deck stories.
Yeah, keeping in the loop of like.
I like the
stuff as
content
well.
that comes off of 4chan that isn't totally fucking
Yeah.
mind-numbingly stupid.
I have found a lot of good shows and movies through TV as well, like through the 4chan like threads. Like I found The Terror through 4chan. I found Chernobyl through 4chan. Like I found heaps of shit through 4chan. So I don't hate them for the. But B is absolute cancer.
Yeah.
And
The
Pol,
one thing I could
like
do, I'd
fuck Pol.
Go back and nuke both of
Yeah.
them.
I already had to block enough groups I used to follow because they kept posting funny shit.
Yeah, cooking board's really funny. The fitness board's pretty funny. The fashion board's pretty funny. K's pretty funny. I like history and humanities, but it's a bit like Pol where it can swing really racist suddenly.
Crítica entrante.
Like if they're
Not
talking about
surprising.
if they're
'cause
talking about philosophy and stuff, it's okay. But like sometimes it'll go horribly wrong.
4chan and going horribly wrong is just about right, though.
It really depends on the day you're on there. To be honest, it'll be like
Uh,
sometimes it's
That's-
great shit, and then other days it's like horrible, fucking hateful content.
Yeah, that's why I never, like... I went there the once, and that was it. Yeah. I learned a lot about a friend one day that I didn't want to know.
That's fair.
Such as, if you don't mind me asking, because I'm a very curious person.
Well, I'm pretty sure there was a reason he was on B. Let's leave it at that.
Ah, fair enough.
Oh, Auto's good as well. I mean, they have like a daily motorbike thread that is pretty fucking handy for new motorbike people, like trying to research shit. They had some good videos for me and someone who's like looking to get my motorbike license this year. Good recommendations too. Yeah, so if you avoid the fucking awful boards, you tend to not run into horrible shit like that, which is good.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference called like blue and red boards. Like blue boards are typically like safe for work, and that shit's like normally fun. And then red boards are the ones that like aren't, and then people will try and drop like horrible shit like gore and all that.
And never really, like, got the appeal of gore as, like, a
Nah.
subject.
Yeah, me, I don't mind gore as long as it's in addition to something, but if it's the main focus,
Yeah,
not
if there's gore only for the sake of gore, then it's just kind of like that's
yeah,
weird.
it's mid.
If it's like a war movie and that's the way it really was, okay. Like,
Yeah, because that's adding to things. That's not the core subject.
no, and it
Yeah.
should be horrifying when it happens, and if you're just
Right.
sensitized to it, you need to go to therapy.
Fuck, I can't afford that.
Alright, we'll just talk to you over the internet. We're totally trained psychiatrists.
Next best thing. Funnily enough, when I was at
arsehole.
the VA, when I was
Interdicting
at the
me.
VA the other day, we did this thing, like a little questionnaire thing to figure out what job I would be interested in, because I kind of need training for a new line of work, because I can't do blue collar anymore. And evidently, I had a lot of empathy-based aspirations, according to a little test I took, while being
not-
a fucking mental counselor.
Not surprised that you have a lot of empathy.
I was like, huh, who would have thought?
That would involve some pretty heavy study, though, right? To get into that sort of
Yeah,
field.
I need a doctorate. Or not doctorate, a fucking PhD. I don't know why I said doctorate.
Yeah, doctor. I was like,
Pretty much the
really?
same thing. Because to get a PhD, you're a doctor. Is that how it works?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. A
I'm pretty
doctorate
sure
is
you're-
a PhD.
Okay, yeah.
Solicitud
a
de
doctorate, you're
aterrizaje
just an
aceptada.
extra doctor.
Doctor squared.
You know what? I'm just thinking now. Dr. Lolly.
God damn it.
It's gonna take 5 more years to get it, but
Yeah, I think it depends on the type of mental counseling, because like some levels I think would only require like certificates or diplomas, and other levels would need the full doctorate. Like, is it like clinical psychology that needs like a proper fucking doctorate?
I think it was a mental health counselor.
Okay. I feel like that wouldn't need as high.
Aterrizaje desplegado.
Like, I feel
No,
like that wouldn't need a
because-
full PhD, but I could be wrong. Also, it's the
They have
States,
some
the
real
law's
quacks
different.
doing that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything, you need to be overqualified for everything.
There's lots of fields that have 2 versions of the same thing, and one is like unaccredited completely, and then one's like super serious. It's like is it like nutritionist and dietitian sound really similar, but one's like you actually need a degree and training and be part of a proper union thing, and then the other one's like anyone can fucking do it. I don't
Basically
know
do the
which
same
one.
thing, but differently.
Mensaje entrante.
Fuck. So, I'm having a hard time deciding. I need
Mensaje
you guys to
entrante.
decide for me.
Alright.
Either a Baconzilla, fry seasoned tenders, or a chicken bites box.
You know what? You had me at Baconzilla.
Yeah. Hard to beat a name like that.
Alright. Baconzilla it is. I suppose for the best, I had chicken to last me forever for a while now. I had a lot of chicken in the past month.
Chicken's good, but there's an upper limit.
Now, a regular or a triple Baconzilla?
How
You
much
already
do
know
you
the
hate
answer
your
to
heart?
that.
Huh?
I said, how much do you hate your heart?
And I said you already know the answer to that.
Well, I mean, I do have heart murmurs, so
De aterrizaje replegado.
Triple it is. No, I'm kidding.
Motores activados.
you said triple.
No, be good to yourself.
Warning, there will be bacon. uh, let's see, customize.
I swear they made all the map and shit like slower in this. I think because I feel like they did a sly thing like Blacklight Retribution, where they brought like the console version of the game in parody with the PC version. And in response to that, like some systems feel shittier because they're catered towards consoles. I could be completely off base with that, I don't know, but it feels like that.
Cargando motor de distorsión.
Like, some menus are nicer because they're clearly designed for, like, almost like a console vibe of, like, limited buttons, but, like, some other stuff feels jankier. Like it's designed for a controller, but, like, not well.
4, 3, 2, 1. Activando.
Do any of you guys have Odyssey for Elite Dangerous?
I don't. Oh wait, is that the ground one?
Yeah.
But with the vehicle, not the actual foot.
I think it's got actual foot.
Then no.
Colector de combustible desactivado.
I have the one that you have the little, like, SRV thing.
Yeah, Horizons. That's what I've got as well. I think they started giving that out for free basically, because I never bought Horizons, but I have it.
Yeah, they did eventually make that free. Or at least it comes with the game now.
Yeah. The Steam reviews for Odyssey are still really bad, so I'm kind of like, do I get it? Like, it does sound cool doing ground shit, but like, it's also, if it's bad, like,
Understand it's like a mid-tier, below mid-tier FPS.
Right.
Recolectando combustible. Colector de combustible desactivado.
Some dickhead's trying to interdict me again. I'm so sick of people, like, it's not even that interesting, it's only 96 tons of explosives. What would you want with that?
You know, there's just a small moon in the middle of this asteroid belt to want to get rid of.
Alright, how are we gonna get the material? I got it. Let's interdict someone.
Pirate brain.
Let's interdict the fucking lord of the Empire.
Viscount Dozette. Or Viscount Dozette, I think that's how it's done.
Yeah,
I think I should be Viscount pretty soon, actually.
I thought I saw one of your screens that said Viscount.
Oh, maybe I'm currently a Viscount then. I need to get to Duke to get the fucking cutter. I should be ranking up after I drop this fucking explosives off.
What's your status?
Oh, you're back.
Oh man, I hate it when Super Cruise Assist does that. It's just like, you're going too fast. We'll just overshoot completely, that's fine, right? It's like, no. I guess I'm complaining about, like, automation, though, in a system where I could fly manually.
Well, why would you want to manage a throttle?
Yeah, just with the amount of docking and undocking and flying around I'm doing, it's just so pain in the ass to do it all manually, that's just nice to have, you know, docking assist and fucking Super Cruise Assist. It makes the space trucking easy, if a little repetitive and boring. That's why I'm here to vibe with my tribe.
Solicitud de aterrizaje aceptada. Tren de aterrizaje desplegado. Aterrizaje exitoso. Motores desactivados. Mensaje entrante.
Hey, look. I just got promoted to Viscount as we're talking.
Nice.
Tren de aterrizaje replegado. Nave liberada. Motores activados. Cargando motor de distorsión.
Oh, look, you're getting interdicted.
God damn it.
I just like you're doing a gentle spin
Yeah.
the entire time.
3, 2, 1. Activando.
Even before the introduction.
Okay, I think I'm 4 ranks away. Count, Earl, Marquis, and then Duke. And then I gotta make all the money to
Mensaje de
fucking
misión crítica entrante.
get the dumb thing. I think it's 189 million.
Recolectando combustible. Colector de combustible
Space games when you
desactivado.
tell them, when you ask why their progression's so fucked up. We gotta keep them in a loop.
I'm not trapped in a loop, he says, doing the courier delivery loop. Between 3 systems. That's fun!
Slowly,
I swear.
slowly grind your reputation.
I'm not looking forward to Empire, not Empire, Federation, because I feel like they don't have as good a grind loop from memory last time I looked into it. So it may take a lot longer, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong about that.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Where'd Scuff go?
Hmm.
Apparently he needed a nap or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh goddammit, I'm getting
Yes,
into
it's
this.
like, so you overshot it. And then someone went, okay.
So, not gonna lie, I'm absolutely fucked right now.
What do you mean?
I went to bed. I went to bed at 2 p.m.
Bad.
I'm
Bad.
not gonna get any sleep.
Contemplating. 2 p.m. I was contemplating taking the day off work again.
I should get a muesli bar after this landing.
You should get a what?
Oh, sorry, a granola bar.
Why do you say it like that?
Chocolate chips.
Because I have to
That's
make
great.
you Yankee Doodle motherfuckers understand.
You know what? That's it. I'm gonna eat a fucking Nature Valley over your bed.
Crunchy rolling bedtime fun.
Oh. Venture. I didn't get to ask you this yet.
This is concerning.
Which thing?
You start hearing the Payday
Right.
2 assault music.
So, Venture, you played Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas, right?
Yeah.
You know those one traps where it's a tripwire and a bundle of grenades drop down?
Yeah.
Or fucking destroy you?
Solicitud de aterrizaje aceptada.
Oh.
Unless you're running.
You're running fast enough.
Which
But,
usually can, but yeah.
So, right. So, this is in your house, alright? You're walking to a room. Tripwire. So, there are two options. Why you fucking... that phallus stick there? Anyway, so you activate the trap, right? But instead of grenades, would you rather it be a bundle of 9 bangs or a bundle of glitter bombs?
Well, I live in an apartment building, so I'm pretty sure the 9 bangs burn it down. It'd have to be the glitter bomb. As much as I probably won't love cleaning it.
You're the only one who said glitter bomb, I'm gonna point out.
I'm pretty sure I said glitter bomb as well.
No, you said 9 bang.
No, I definitely said glitter bomb because you all said. Because then Scuff said he'd rather do the fucking 9 bangs.
Me, I don't want to have my fucking place burn down. Everybody else, fuck the glitter bombs.
Yeah, I also don't want more tinnitus, thank you.
Well, after the first bang, you pretty much don't hear anything else. Ever.
Oh, damn it, I did something dumb. What the fuck was I thinking? No!
I should join an operation one time just to chase Brother Green with concussion grenades again. And then log off immediately once I'm done.
Now, would you rather... This is a question for both of you now, because it's new. Would you rather get unconsensually sounded, or have a hangnail in all your fingers and toes?
Sounded.
Oh, you know, I hate fucking hangnails so much. Yeah, it'd have to be sounded. I could not stop myself from pulling a hangnail out, and if it's
Yeah.
on everything, it's gonna be bloody, but they're gonna be gone.
It's gonna be awful, yeah. They're gonna do things to my pee hole quickly and uncomfortably.
I'll
but-
just chalk it up to its
It's a centipede getting
herpes check.
sounding you.
or whatever.
You're getting sounded by a centipede.
That wasn't part of the
Why
deal.
would you change it? Why would you do this? Like,
That was part of the
I'm
deal.
okay to accept, like, you know, cotton swab bullshit. And you're out here centipede. Screw off.
Like the worm gif, where you where you
No.
I don't need to go to 4chan, it's right here. We've got our personal fucking 4chan bot. Lol.
Jesus Christ.
4, 3, 2, 1. Activando.
Guess we're going hangnail, boys.
Cheers.
Alright, let's see. Right, venture. Because I think I already asked this.
Mensaje de misión crítica
Alright.
entrante.
If I didn't dozer, let me know and it'll apply to you as well.
Recolectando combustible. Colector de combustible.
Alright, imagine you're in this car, right? A brand new car.
Brand new car,
You're going out for a test run, right? And
Right.
you try to, push the limit, see how fast the thing can go. You start zooming.
Push it to the limit.
But anyway, yeah, you start zooming, right?
Alright.
And alright, time to slow down. The brakes
Slowing down.
stop working. The steering wheel won't work anymore. You're still going straight. The emergency brake won't work. You're about to go off a ledge. The door won't open. The windows are unbreakable. How do you get out of this?
Is this a fucking Cybertruck?
I think I remember my answer. I think it was just I fucking die, I guess.
So the wheel doesn't work at all. I can't move left, right.
Correct.
It's going straight.
Correct.
Am I going up a hill or down a hill?
Straight. You're about to go off a cliff.
E-brake doesn't work, can't turn.
Nope.
You pretty much put me into like a mobile coffin, but I'm gonna shift the mobile coffin into neutral.
You're that mate.
That doesn't work.
You're that fucking mate. You're
Of
that
course
fucking.
it doesn't work.
You're that fucking speed racer name. He's going over that
Wait,
cliff.
wait. Does the throttle work still?
There's no way for you to stop.
Stop
Or
interdicting
get
me
out.
right before I get to the fucking station, you cucks.
Oh right, so like, yeah, I shifted into neutral and just die. It's not like I
correct
can
it.
throw it into reverse.
The correct
Press cap.
answer. The correct answer. You stop imagining.
God damn it.
I remember getting angry at you last time,
Imagine.
and I'm angry at you now.
Not angry, I just should have like known better. Oh shit, it's the FBI.
I don't know why I trust you so much, considering.
What did I miss? What
I'm a
happened?
very trustworthy person.
No. Proceeds to doubt.
Alright, since we have our own personal FBI agent here, Lolly, do you want to repeat the question to him?
Yes,
No.
Polly, please do repeat.
However, look, I can show you how trustworthy I am. Let's play a game of diplomacy together.
No.
No. I'll facilitate.
I know what you're capable of.
Nothing went wrong.
Second
The
thought of
game
an
went
empire over
perfectly.
here.
Yeah, just because I was in literally every single alliance doesn't mean anything.
Lolly being a merchant of death over here.
Fucking, those are really doing right now. Speeding.
Trying to give the audience motion sickness. Everyone always tries to foster a positive relationship with their streaming community.
Solicitud
I'm the
de
opposite.
aceptada.
I want them to suffer for what they've done. Supporting me. Hitting the like button.
Coughing directly on stream.
Incredible content.
Don't worry, I'll continue in a moment.
Thanks.
Tired. I was up till goddamn. I think it was what 6 a.m. was the last message I sent you for me, Dozer. Or what time was it for you?
Dunno. It was early. I know that.
Sure,
I was
no,
like,
you-
I gotta get some sleep.
I'm only 4 ranks away from the Imperial Cutter Prince.
Tren de
Hell
aterrizaje
yes,
despegado.
Is that?
Me, I am the FBI agent.
It's been a long time, Prince.
It has. Man, I can't participate in the
Aterrizaje
1 for 3rd
exitoso.
anymore, and I'm sad.
Motores desactivados.
Can't
Wait,
what?
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Because the only off day I could attend because of other ARMA obligations was Thursday, and Thursday.
Ah,
Thursday,
okay, yeah.
You should get rid of those other armor obligations.
Can't. I fucking like Epsilon's unit though.
No.
You know what? What you should do is retire from all of them and come to True Ops.
You know what
Exactly.
the 1/4 should do is it should eat Epsilon.
But I get to be
Uh,
John Halo Man in Epsilon's unit.
Hot take, but the 143rd should really seriously consider drastic changes, but I can't see that happening.
Well,
Such
That's not very just
example of such changes. Now that we're on
yeah,
the
but
subject.
Roll
You're
up and join True. No, I'm kidding.
well, is it so? I
I'm
know I
kidding,
was
I'm
pretty
kidding.
burnt out on the Krieg stuff at the end.
I feel like there's a way to
Well done.
refresh it, personally, but I'll probably wait to discuss that in, like, admin discussions.
That's
Fair.
I feel like we can keep Krieg without making it, like, I would just refresh a bunch of stuff, like, basically new coat of paint. I do like Rowan's, the Sheets document he's been working on, that's quite cool.
Yeah, I should
Yeah,
probably go to an event again.
Ideas that I had are kind of too controversial for everyone else, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of where I'm
DM,
at.
Because
DM me.
oh well, controversial because I'm a tabletop purist when it comes to loadouts and shit.
Yeah, it's discussions we've had
An
before.
organization.
I can kind of
Oh,
guess.
okay. So like, yeah.
So, like for example, only 2 MOS slots. No, the only people who get Type 14s are the fucking Grenadiers. The Watchmasters have a wider array of weapons like they do on the tabletop. We'll keep Senior Guardsmen as a thing because it does help, but they're still just a guardsman, but with power now. Sort of deal.
Sort of like the older days.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what
'Cause-
it's like now.
Because I still feel that people tend to get the go for that role just to get better weapons.
I mean, yeah.
I don't think that's bad as an incentive as long as they also do the responsibilities. But if they're just doing that and not doing the responsibilities,
Not
then
a lot of them do the responsibilities.
cringe.
At least it doesn't look like it to me.
I'm going to. Go,
Don't they know that's how they get more power? Just
I'm
do
going
bare
to take
minimum.
a very short break to go get a drink and some snack, and then I'll return. And then, Prince, you should add me to the wing when you get in.
Will do.
Oh.
Welcome back to... Fuck you. Welcome back to the stream. Playing more Elite Dangerous.
My reputation changed. I'm friendly. Hooray.
Oh, you're in game?
Yes. And
Oh,
I
well.
invited you to the team, I think is what I needed to invite you to, right?
I didn't get it, so I'll send you an invite. Yay. Now we are roommates.
Winky face.
Oh, the roommates.
Tren de aterrizaje replegado. Nave liberada. Motores
They were good
activados.
friends.
Need to go to Thailand
They were
now.
pen pals.
She was his queen.
The king of Prussia wasn't gay. Don't ask me. Don't ask him what he said to his, was it his receptionist or a friend? Anyway, it's 18 plus.
We are in an 18+ Discord, so
No one throughout any history ever was ever gay. That is, of course, just a new thing in the last 20 years, obviously.
Was it Napoleon who used to send his wife, like, incredibly smutty letters?
Cargando motor de
Napoleon was a
explosión.
simp. But he was getting cheated on. He was just like, I love you.
Cuatro, tres,
Wait, where are you?
dos,
What start this?
activando.
Me?
Yes, you. You're the only one
Um,
named Dozer here. I just started calling you Dozette. I just forget to call you Dozette.
well, there's multiple Dozettes here.
Fair enough. Yeah,
Mensaje de
Dozette,
emisión
but
crítica
evil.
entrante.
Or evil Dozette. You have fucking... What, Dozette from True is Nova?
And Dozette from 1 per third as skill.
I'm, in my nanny, in terms of system.
Oh, I see that. Well,
Colector de
I
combustible
must
desactivado.
continue my trade route back and forth between, fucking Highling and, however the fuck you say, Nemissing, I think is how you say it.
Hmm.
Trading gold and, whatchamacallit, other precious metal.
All good. I'm gonna continue to do my rip trading then.
I think I earn like a $1 million, $2 million profit each time. Right now with cargo pay full gold, I have like $1 million left, I think. Yeah.
It'll be pretty exponential once you go up the ship size as well. Are you in the Type 7 yet, or just the Type 6 still?
I'm still in the Type 6. I didn't buy the gold! God damn it!
Imagine not buying gold.
I
God,
I
guys.
didn't buy my goddamn cargo! Fuck!
Lamau.
Guys, you could totally, you could totally screw the gold industry if you do this one weird thing. All buy gold. Trust me, bro.
That's it. Irradiates the gold at Fort Knox.
There's no gold at Fort Knox.
Now you've heard of blood diamonds. Where are the cum diamonds?
You don't want to know.
So fucking...
Why I think
Speaking
African
of-
warlords is so antsy.
Speaking of irradiation, I still love how Russia's like, hey now, if you use those depleted uranium rounds, that's a nuclear strike. But it's okay when we do it.
What's Russia gonna do? Are they gonna, like, physically send one guy to, like, throw the nuke over the border? I don't trust their cruise missiles.
Also, shocking. Country does the exact thing they complain other countries do.
I know. It's awful. Horrible.
Plus, it's Russia.
Yeah, they're a paper tiger.
I'm really sad. Ukraine happened. Both for just the tragic loss of life of young people, which is always stupid. But,
Yeah.
secondly, like, I really wanted to travel to Russia more, but now it's kind of like, it has less appeal.
Yeah, are you gonna get picked up by the secret police, or are the secret police when you get back gonna pick you up?
Yeah, and like, how safe is it now for tourism? Because of like,
Oh, it never was really safe.
well, I heard it was like okay. I wanted to do the Trans-Siberia Rail.
Yeah,
like,
but it's like okay, like going to the United States and going to the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah.
Except the wrong neighborhood is vastly expanded.
The entire country is the wrong neighborhood.
I was looking at one time to go to Stalingrad or Volgograd or whatever they call it now. Can't remember if they've turned it back to Stalingrad or not. Because like why not, right? And every time I went to look for a flight, the first thing that popped up was a message from my government that said, "Do not go here. You're gonna get your pockets picked."
Yeah, like the visa warning stuff.
Yeah.
I remember there was a point where America had that warning for us.
Well, yeah.
Because of all the political unrest over the 2016 elections or whatever. Like, whenever it was Trump and Hillary, it got like pretty crazy and heated, and all the riots and stuff.
I mean,
like BLM and then like all this other shit.
Yeah.
Like there was a bunch of shit all at once that kind of was like our government was like, fuck that. Don't go.
yeah, the unjustified murders of several people by U.S. law enforcement, and then the stunning response by the federal government that was basically okay.
Aterrizaje exitoso. Motores desactivados.
America is a very interesting beast. It's got some really cool stuff, and then it's got a lot of fucking real bad baggage that it needs to work out.
Yeah, it's not as bad as I think people make it out to be, especially people on fucking Reddit.
No, the people generally that I've met and talked to are nice. When I was in America, I had a very safe, lovely time. But then again, I am also white, and I was a tourist, so maybe that that's obviously
you got your pale check, like me. You're pale.
Yeah, we went to relatively affluent, touristy kind of trap things. But when I went to small town Wisconsin, that was really nice, and people were lovely there, and that wasn't very touristy at all.
Yeah, it very much depends on the location. So yeah, don't come here. But
poor St. Louis.
Yeah.
But what am I thinking of?
It's
North Carolina.
My main
nice.
problem with that, right? It's not the people, because people are the way they are mostly because of circumstance.
Well, yeah. It's opportunity,
fucking...
circumstance. It's the ability to get the second chance. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the government and the lobbyists that I can't fucking stand, and why I want to leave the country.
Well, that's why things aren't really getting the change that they need to be. Also, because like,
yeah, because they
the mega alphabet internet companies are a little bit more powerful than even like the iron companies used to be back in the day.
Yeah, fucking, and the reason why problems aren't solved, because if they solve problems, they won't be able to use against the opposing party.
Yeah, that's so self-serving. But you're seeing it more everywhere. It's not just America.
Yeah, I fucking hate party systems so much, because people vote on loyalty rather than ideals.
Yeah, well, and it's just like at the same time, like, you want to vote for somebody else, but they're batshit insane. It's like, I'd love to be able to vote for like a fiscal conservative government at this point, because like I'm starting to get really iffy about this economic situation the West has got itself into. But,
yeah, and hot take for some, but we really need to spend less on military. That's for sure.
At this point, yes and no.
If we cut
but
the military,
we don't need 80% of it to be at military.
If we cut the military budget by even
at least in times of peace.
Yeah, well, the thing is like the U.S. military budget is what it is. And if you
Hold that
start
thought,
slicing little pieces of it, you actually are able to run most of the federal government. But the real thing that they should be doing, you know, is taxing rich people.
No.
And we shouldn't be waiving tariffs on imports from other countries.
One thing that is interesting is definitely the problem geopolitically America has gotten itself into with its military, and that basically every other country, like, that doesn't spend a lot on military, like us is a good example, kind of relies on America geopolitically for defense if something went horribly wrong. So, like, we can afford to have a smaller military because we've got Big Daddy America in the Pacific, where if China ever decided to, like, beat up on us. So, like, we can afford to have
like
fucking
the weird
no
thing
military.
about American imperialism that people don't pick up on. It's like, if you're in the West, and you're in, like, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, the affluent West countries.
Yeah. Israel.
Forget about being a puppet. You are part of America, basically.
Yeah.
Almost joined at the hip.
Yep.
Which is why a lot of people comment on it.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, if there was some sort of global agreement, this would never fucking happen, but if everyone agreed to spend a little bit more on their individual militaries, America could downplay theirs. But that's not going to happen now, and American arms manufacturing relies heavily on their profits by selling overseas, in addition to domestic sales and government contracts, so, like, the capitalist world won't fucking ever give up on it. So even if there are politicians...
It makes too much sense in the capitalist world for one group to be in charge of a particular thing.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Let's say in
winning
a perfect
the Second
world...
World War certainly gave America the ability to do that. Like, crazy.
Yeah, and like...
And it's great America's the way America is, because if it was like the USSR, it would be fucking scary.
Yeah, for all of its flaws, at least America hasn't misused its power as horrifically as other nations. Though, to be fair, not much better. There's still plenty of abuses of power.
It's bad. It's been bad. Like, there's bad shit. But there isn't, like...
Looks at Bay of Pigs with a skeptical eye.
But, like, the Great Depression in the United States didn't lead to a massive famine the way it did in the USSR. I'm sorry. I am not apologizing for that bullshit.
Who would? Oh, what?
I feel like I'm missing an inside joke. Who apologized? What's going on?
Yeah, we're gonna leave it on that for inside thing. But
I might as well say
there are people who look at the famines that happened in the USSR as sort of like it happened, but it wasn't really the fault of the government, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's communists that try and downplay the famines.
I think innately most authoritarian systems will have elements of horror.
We'll do that because, yeah. But, like, every system like that would play it off that, it's not totally our fault. It's X, Y, Z, right? Even to a certain extent, democracies do that. Like, it wasn't ethnic cleansing, it was just re-education.
Yeah, you'll never hear about. You don't hear Congress people talking about like sterilizing people in the fucking in America. You don't talk about there's not a lot of rhetoric apart from Native American groups about the horrors of Manifest Destiny and all that.
Residential schools, which happened in the United States as well as Canada. It's just like they're sins of the past, and they kind of have to be atoned to, and the attonation is actually being the bigger man and admitting they happened.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's all that they're looking for. Because a lot of people do downplay it, even in Canada, and it's fucking gross when it happens.
Yeah.
It's tough, because you can't...
Stack Confederate statues.
It's tough because you
Right.
can't. Like, what do? Like, you can't take it back. What's happened? Like
No, but
Belgium,
at least you can say
Belgium.
that it did happen.
Yeah, Belgium can't
And it's
take
not
back like
good that
what
it
it did in the Congo.
Aterrizaje despegado.
But it's also not the current population's fault that King Leopold II was a fucking psychopath. But it's like, you know, as at a governmental level, they could definitely aid the Congo now.
Yeah.
But it's like, what does that involve from a taxpayer perspective?
Aterrizaje exitoso.
And
It's a complicated
what-
issue.
And do you just give a corrupt government aid, knowing that they're going to siphon it off for themselves?
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Right?
it's like, where does the buck stop, and like, how do you atone for things?
Yeah. Just
As a nation,
decolonization.
not individually.
was-
I don't think individuals now should have culpability. I don't feel bad, but like, I don't think anyone in our age group should feel bad about the colonization era. Like, we didn't fucking do it, and our
No.
ancestors probably didn't
I
fucking do it.
was 6 when the last residential schools closed, so like I was literally just learning how to read at the time.
Yeah, I'm not one of those fucking people that's gonna be like, I'm sorry for being white. Like, that's fucking pathetic. But like, at a
No,
governmental
that's
level,
just-
yes, it needs to be addressed.
Yeah, like the sins of the government need to be addressed, but like if you're gonna come after me for it, like I had nothing to do with it. I was 6. Like a 6-year-old isn't influencing governmental policy. Sorry, I'm not gonna also like you
Yeah.
know be ashamed of my ancestors because guess what? I got native blood too.
Motores activados.
And the entire idea of it's kind of stupid, right? Because
Yeah,
it's like
'cause
old
you're
school
just-
European racism.
You're just perpetuating more of the same shit if you buy into that shit. That like,
Yeah.
modern
It's
people
just-
are the oppressors
It's just
too.
dressed
It's
up
just,
European
yeah.
racism. Where Europeans used to be racist to each other, now it's just, you know,
It's outsourced.
exactly. And I think people could just really grow past it, and it's not really that of a big deal.
Cargando
That's
motores
kind of why a
distorsionados.
two-party system doesn't really work politically, because it's so nuanced. There's basically there's basically pros and cons to almost every political party. Like here we have MMP, so we've got lots of different parties with
Yeah.
different seats. And like the Māori party, which is like our indigenous party, they have good points and bad points. The Green Party has really good points and really bad points. Labour has good points and bad points, and National has good points. Like our far right is not that far right, and our far left
Yeah.
is like pretty left, but like not that far left. Like, and they've all got kind of good things and bad things that mixing them all together is kind of like how you get a really good world. But like,
You get
it's hard to do
something
that.
decent, but then at that point, power's also decentralized a little bit.
Yeah.
Which is better long term.
Honestly, I think the US should implement ranked choice voting.
Yes.
What type of voting?
Ranked,
So
ranked choice voting.
so when
that?
you do your ballot, right?
Yeah.
So you have however many people are on the ballots, and you just label them. So this person my first choice, this person my second choice, this person my third choice, and you can leave it at that, or you can continue down the list. So when your vote is counted, it'll initially go to one person. If that person's eliminated in the race, it'll go to your second choice,
And so on.
so on and so forth,
Okay.
until an actual winner is decided.
Yeah, America's voting is fucking weird with the electoral college and shit. I don't really get it.
It's rigged.
That is such a weird, concept as part of a democracy, is to actually have people who can literally go against the voters.
Yeah, like
wishes.
to have like a weighting system that just ignores voting, like or
No,
Well,
like,
it's not
that,
so much the waiting system. It's that the idea the elector can make a decision differently. than
Yeah,
the people
because you can
who
win the
voted.
popular vote. Yeah, you can lose the popular vote, but win the electoral vote.
And,
Case
and you
in
just
point,
really
George
shouldn't.
Bush.
Trump.
That too.
Yeah,
I just want to say, he was a bumbling fool.
I genuinely think we need to get rid of the electoral college. There's no
Yep.
excuse for
Well,
any-
the only reason it's still there is because the
Republicans
states,
would
right?
never. No, Republicans would never win an election again without the electoral college.
Well, it is political parties, but it's also a representation of the states too. It's complex, which is why it should be thrown out.
Yeah, and we're not really getting represented if our representatives don't vote what we vote for.
It could be the general vote elects your local, like the state governors or state whatever it is, state senators,
Because like,
and
you
then
have
each state senator
representatives
gets
and
to
then
vote on the
senators.
president. Yeah.
I wouldn't like senators voting on president, because then that's just gonna be an old boys club.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, that's another problem, is the fucking age gap is
Like,
ridiculous.
it should honestly just be a simple popularity contest.
Yeah.
And at that point, regular boys voting, because instead of just the Republican and Democrat presidential people, you get like third parties and shit.
People take it so
Is that-
fucking personally, though, too. Like, here, if, like, a friend voted for National, I'd be like, oh, okay, I don't agree with their policies, but whatever, you do you, boo. Well, like, in America,
Yeah.
you have, like, families splitting up because one voted red and the others all voted blue or whatever. You know, it's so, like, fucking polarizing compared to,
Yeah.
like, other countries, or at least here.
Yeah, there's a lot of like
Trauma and hate.
trauma's the right word, I think.
Solicitud de
It's just the
aterrizaje
way that
aceptada.
everything gets transmitted and how easy it is to.
Well, it's so
manipulate
knee-jerk,
angry
too.
people.
It's so knee-jerk. Like, you get people
Well,
being like, you're not a
people are-
patriot if you don't vote red, like, or you're not a man if you don't vote this. Like, it's so
Yeah, and,
fucking,
like-
incendiary.
I've had to threaten my parents to stop watching cable news because it was making them angry.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you guys need to stop, or else I'm not talking to you.
I think
guys."
now is a good time for the people to be very angry, but I think it's picking what to be angry about that's the problem. We should be
Yeah.
angry
Yeah.
about the fucking oligarchs of every nation stealing and raping us in the fucking
Yeah.
open.
You need to stop worrying about how good your sports team is doing and start worrying about why your groceries cost so much.
Yeah, why wages haven't gone up 2%? Yet fucking like supermarket bills go up 10% yearly.
Desactivados.
Yeah, all the money stuff is just insane.
How the minimum wage nowadays to account for inflation should be in the 20s.
It'd be $25.
Yeah. And then people being like, oh, well, if we do that, then, like, we're just gonna raise the floor. And it's like, well, the floor is already raised. I mean,
Yeah. It's raising whether or not you raise the wages.
and at that point, like, if everything else is raising, then you have to really look at why everything else is raising to the point that people can't afford it.
Yeah.
Looks at houses.
Everything. Houses, transport, medical,
Huh.
like, just living, traveling. Living a life that isn't a dystopian nightmare is becoming a thing of the past rapidly.
Welcome to your cyberpunk dystopia. You get none of the cool stuff and some hacker just stole all of your money. Have a good
My,
day.
favorite, my current favorite Republican talking point is food stamps and how.
Oh, by the
people
way, hate gays. Sorry. but-
my favorite thing is like how Republicans are complaining about how people on food stamps can get things like steak and lobster and whatnot, and they can't. And it's like, huh? You ran face first into the point and still missed it.
You should be able to buy meat and lobster, because lobster's actually pretty cheap.
Yeah,
Especially
do you
if
want me to
get-
only... Should I only eat gruel because my boss says no
Yeah.
about that raise?
Yeah, that's another good point.
No,
is
no,
that,
you
is
need
that
to
it
be
shouldn't-
hungry, guys.
shouldn't
You don't
fucking
get
matter.
it. You need to be hungry.
If people want to be personally irresponsible with their, like, food stamps, then let them. Like, that's personal choice. If it's dumb, then
Yeah,
so
but-
be it.
but-
But, like, don't... You shouldn't have these fucking... what's it called? Is a term for it,
Motores
elite...
activados.
Elite... That's called elite projecting. Where elite people, and that have been born into fucking, like, privilege, or they have a very comfortable fucking life, because they're billionaires. Think of your Musks, the CEO of Walmart, Saudi sheiks, that sort of fucking thing.
Yeah, people who actually grew
scum.
up with money to the point where they don't understand what it is to be without money.
The people that are ruining our world, one step at a
Yeah.
time. Bezos. Those But they project their elite values on the rest of humanity because they grew up a certain way, so they think it's the best for everyone. Look at transport infrastructure. You see
Well,
all
they
these
made it.
fucking...
Right?
You see all these
their
pods
mind.
and electrical ideas, like, oh, we'll have individual pods for public transport, like the most inefficient, stupid fucking ideas, because they don't travel on public transport. They don't know how to make it efficient, and they don't know how it works. And the same with, like, let's build a sustainable city in the desert. Like, no, you fucking retard, that's like the worst possible place to build it. Like, they want to project their values and their way of life, like subscription services on everyone, because they think that's best for everyone, because it's how they live.
Well, look, yeah, they want to draw blood from the stone.
Yeah, they want to profit, they want to maximize profit, and they do want you eating grill. If they could like literally lobotomize the entire world population and have you eat porridge every day, that's what they
This is
do.
why I'm not buying a Neuralink.
No.
Because honest to fucking god, that shit's gonna actually happen. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, reprogram your brain so that you can lose weight. Wink, wink.
Oh, hand on.
Episode of Futurama.
Hand on heart, I hope it never happens. You know, hand on heart, I hope none of this happens ever. But you could, like, people could literally just stab these people in the street. Like, they're just flesh and blood. Yeah, like, I hope it doesn't happen. I hate violence, but you could literally just assassinate any of these billionaires pretty easily. They're not rich enough to avoid them or, you know, death. Yet.
Is this the point where Twitch puts "We'll be right back" on your channel?
Boop, 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 boop. The fucking be right back from, like, the Eric Andre show.
Yeah.
No, but I said I don't want that to happen. I don't want someone to go out there, plot
You
Jeff
forgot that in
Bezos's-
Minecraft.
I don't want anyone to go out there and plot Jeff Bezos' daily schedule so they can find the right time to strike. That would be awful.
Nudge, nudge.
You don't want to Elon Musk somebody? Which is to post their identical, to post their plane departures on Twitter.
You know the
And
funniest
then
thing about
2
that?
days
That's
later-
not even docking, that's all public information.
I would hate for
Oh,
someone
the
to hit
funniest part
Elon
was
Musk with a
that-
Cybertruck.
The funniest part about that was like, the last time it reported his plane was when it landed like a day or two before the actual incident happened. So it ended up not really being a factor in the supposed attack, which now they've kind of gone silent on because I'm pretty sure the last I read it was a setup by Elon Musk in the first place. It was like staged.
Oh, so he pulled a fucking...
Jussie Smollett, yeah.
Yeah, Jussie Smollett.
I wouldn't be surprised based on him trying to avoid all the negative publicity from the Twitter thing.
I
or
don't
whatever.
see Twitter lasting more than another year. It's just not making money for him.
Oh, probably will. I could see him just outsourcing it and like getting smart people to take it back over because he's retarded and just like stepping back quietly.
I don't think it's a matter of smart people doing it because he leveraged a bunch of debt into it.
Yeah.
Like $1 billion in debt a year.
That's how he's made his money, is constantly playing the odds.
Well, that's sort of like the
His emerald fortune.
unspoken rule of rich people is that they're all actually seriously in debt.
Yeah. Look at Trump. Trump's the same.
Yeah, Trump has like $1 billion in debt, and he'll never be able to get another loan from any of the banks.
Well,
that he
it's never personal.
Well,
it's
he
always
just goes to
companies.
Grom Bank.
Yeah.
You know? He just gets wire transfers from Russia all of a sudden. Don't ask why.
What's the thing?
Mr.
It's
FBI
everything.
agent.
That's the thing. It's like everyone in that upper class has their sources, and often it's incredibly illegal, and incredibly dodgy, and incredibly nepotistic. But that's the way it is. That's
But
what we need to fight against. Is that
they have
corruption.
tons of money, so it's okay.
Trump would absolutely be standing up to Hoover right now. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh god, I hate people who believe that.
I hate people that believe the U.S. was ever energy independent. Like, yes.
Look, just
When
build
we're-
nuclear reactors. Boom, energy independent.
You know what? Fuck it. Build nuclear reactors. I used to be against nuclear reactors just because of it fucking, you know, the chance
They have
of
to be built.
detonation-
It just has to be built in the right place. And
Right.
There's plenty of
Be
right
Western
places in the
reactors.
U.S.
because Western reactors were built smartly. Because the
Yeah.
government was afraid of them.
And maintained.
Yeah.
And America paid for its sins with stuff like 3 Mile Island and Trinity tests and all that. Like, they definitely, like, they did their nuclear
That's not bad.
disasters to learn.
Well, like 3 Mile Island wasn't that bad because the
No.
reactor couldn't get into the state that, you know, Chernobyl did.
No, and that's the thing about Fukushima people forget, is that about 3 different agencies told that company it was a fucking accident waiting to happen, and they didn't comply. Again, it's a corporate... It's
Yeah, they
corporate
cut
CEO
corners.
cunts. Again. It's actually
Yeah,
not
they're,
the
they're
elected
hedging their
politicians
bets that it
cunt.
won't matter.
I still
And
love
then
people
suddenly
blaming,
it does.
blaming wind energy on Russia, or not Russia, on Texas's big freeze, like what, 2 years ago now?
Yeah.
Despite that wind it was like less than 7% of the energy.
Yeah, it ended up
production
being that, like, all the natural gas plants that were producing electricity had to shut down because of the cold.
there. The gas mains froze.
Yeah, so they had to shut down, and that caused that killed a bunch of people. But you can't admit that, right? Because then you'd have to admit that you never expected the temperature to go down that far. And then you'd have to admit that climate change is a thing.
And that natural gas isn't as good as they prop it up to be.
Well, no. But, like,
It's pretty funny looking at the situation between
Coal works.
Germany and France, where France has just gone, go fuck yourselves, we're gonna keep doing nuclear, and they're almost completely not using, like, fucking fossil fuels now. Like, their percentage is pretty low compared, like, to a lot of other countries. But you look
Well,
at
like
Germany
France-
shutting down their reactors, and their reliance on coal has gone way up because of the Ukraine war. And it's like,
Yeah.
nice job, Germany, well done.
like, France, like, for all the ragging it got, really learned from the Second World War that it can't be self-reliant on anything.
Yeah.
And so they
France
just
gets
gave a giant middle finger to everybody in the 20th century.
Yeah, and
France
they're
gets
pretty
a
based
really,
for it.
really unfair rap for World War II because they have the like most
If
you
won
don't
give
battles
France
out
a
of-
lot
The
of
people
shit
in
for
charge of the French
stupid
army
reasons.
should not have been in charge of the French army.
No.
And the government,
Okay.
the government was worse.
You
Don't
know
they have
another
the
great
most,
thing about
like-
France? Terminal illnesses paid for by the state. Their healthcare is one of the best. They're on the top 10 in the world.
Like, doesn't France also have like the most won battles out of any country to ever have existed?
Yeah,
They have a really long
the whole
history, yes.
the surrender meme is stupid because like for a lot
Yeah.
of their history they won a lot of wars. Yeah,
Well,
It
it's
wholly
stupid, but
stems
it's
from
also
World War
like,
II.
i.e.
even in
Napoleon.
World War II, it's just sort of like, yeah, but they were a victim of circumstances, so
Yeah. There was a
like,
surrender early.
if the
because of
United
shit going on at
States was
home.
bordering Germany in this weird fictional universe and got invaded, it would have lost worse because its regular army was 100,000 people. Oh, like it had a huge ass navy because that's where America spent all of its money, but the army was
Yeah, look at the
useless.
Navy in a land war.
That's the British.
Hey, don't knock the Navy and land war. What ship was it that fucking the temper meme from the other night? I forgot to look it up.
USS Wisconsin.
Oh, it was Wisconsin that did the temper where they got hit.
Yes.
They got hit by an artillery gun and just unloaded everything they had into a
Yeah,
mountain.
they fired a full 9-cannon broadside of 2,000-pound shells into one 105 artillery battery. Cause fuck 'em.
Temper.
is that during Iwo Jima? Or
No, I
it's
think
the
that was
Vietnam
Gulf.
War.
I still love that the fucking German, I think cruiser Prinz Eugen survived goddamn 2 nukes.
That bastard, it's only supposed to survive 1.5.
I think it was one of the batteries at Iwo Jima got like absolutely dunked on by like a bunch of barrages as well. That's what I'm thinking of.
During the Korean War, the USS New Jersey deleted an entire island.
Lamar.
Casually.
As in, it was a fortified like it was just a whole ass island that was fortified and bunkered and whatnot. and the USS New Jersey removed it. They allowed everyone. They let everyone surrender and leave the island, and then they literally sank it into the ocean.
Have you guys seen that video about the concrete battleship America had in the Philippines?
Oh yeah.
No.
The fort? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That thing was fucking
neat to learn
based.
about.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the fucking iceberg ship that I think Canada was trying to make?
Oh, the
It
Habakkuk?
was the Commonwealth, but
It
yeah,
was a multinational sort of shenanigans.
it was Churchill drinking too much whiskey.
I still love that
As he
island
does.
one. You see that island there? Yeah, I don't want to.
Did you ever know
Very
about
good.
the steamboat aircraft carrier or
No.
the paddle wheel one?
No.
Yeah, on the Great Lakes they had a paddle wheel aircraft carrier that they used
Amazing.
to train people during World War II.
That's pretty best. I love that sort of shit. Do you know what it was called?
I
could probably find it through the name.
Really quickly.
Yeah. I love
Venture, do you play World of Warships at all?
boat infrastructure.
I mean, once I did.
Well, speaking of like weird ships, apparently this was apparently even a real concept. There's a ship called the Kearsarge in World of Warships where it's a fucking like battleship with an aircraft runway on it.
Oh yeah, that
there's
happened
a
quite
couple
often.
of-
They converted hulls of like battleships that were in, basically laid
No, it
down,
wasn't.
and
It
then
wasn't
put.
a converted hull. It was built that way.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is they'd have the hull being built for a battleship, and then basically they'd convert, like change it over to an aircraft carrier due to demand, like mid construction. It happened quite often.
Yeah,
Yeah,
here it is.
Companies in particular had several that still had like the aft battleship turrets and and a forward runway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the USS Wolverine and USS Sable.
Okay.
There was two of them.
I have to look into it because
And
I
then
love that
what-
shit.
Wasn't the detonation of the Yamato like one of the strongest explosions ever recorded?
I don't think it detonated, it sank.
They got
No,
hella torpedoed.
No, it fucking exploded.
You might be sort of confusing it with the Halifax disaster.
That was
Yeah,
giant.
Ma-
Yeah, that was the biggest
Yamato, I
conventional
don't think
explosion.
was sunk. I think it was in a dry dock to get repaired.
No.
Maybe, I don't know.
The Musashi maybe was, but the
It's just a ship
Yamamoto
Musashi
was
might have
sunk.
detonated. I don't know.
The
I know the
Musashi
hood
did not-
the
I
hood
know for a fact the
exploded.
Musashi did not detonate.
Yeah.
The Musashi rolled.
The hood the fucking British ship hood detonated.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Yamato's forward internal magazine detonated, and that's what sank it.
Yeah, the
So
hood
it
getting
suddenly
swept
decided
by
to be a
Bismarck
British
was
battleship.
Massive tragedy.
No.
Aterrizaje exitoso.
I don't remember how many survivors. I think there was only like 3 survivors from the hood or something like
Bismarck?
that.
Lamau,
from
Hitler's big ship
Bismarck.
fucking hard on, just being completely ineffectual as the Tirpitz hides in port the whole war.
Oh,
The British spent so much resources trying to bomb that stupid son of a bitch.
And submarine
They
it and
bombed
fucking
it for literally a year and a half. Like every time we get close to getting completed, the Brits would finally get something through the air cover or the sea cover or something to bomb it
Yeah.
again. Do you
Brits
guys
is just like, I don't like this ship.
before I say it, do you guys actually know what finally sank the Tirpitz?
Long Bomb, I think, or Long Tom. It was
Kind of.
one of those earthquake bombs.
It was an earthquake bomb. They were 12,000 pounds each, and they hit it with 5 direct hits.
good lord. Yeah, the fucking was it like specially modified Lancasters?
They were, and it was the Dam Busters.
Hell yeah.
So like they were already, you know, the masters of precision bombing. So they were like, "Hey, can you guys go blow this boat up, please?"
And wasn't the Bismarck killed by fucking
And,
swordfish? Like swordfish torpedoes? Like the tiny little fucking
It was not
biplanes?
killed by it, but they jammed
the rudder. That's right,
so
yeah.
that it could not escape the rest of the British Navy.
Lamau.
Yeah, the British Navy was also super based when they took it on.
Yeah.
They're just like, no, fuck, like being at range. We're just gonna get closer and blow the shit out of it.
Wasn't there a Canadian
Survivor?
officer on a frigate that boarded a U-boat with a pistol to capture it?
Oh yeah,
I think
the
so.
the core. There's like 10 or 12 of those different scenarios from like corvettes boarding.
Canadian
Was it?
fucking Canadian naval stories hit different. They're all really fucking based. The World War II ones.
got-
Canada like one of the driving factors for the fucking Geneva Convention being created?
No.
Dunno.
Maybe.
The Geneva Convention was
hard.
before World War One.
I don't really research the Geneva Convention. I see it more as a suggestion.
Oh, there goes Wally.
To touch on the
don't
Canadian
remember
Navy
what
shit, I got to talk to a veteran one time. He was based out of
He was based.
Halifax.
End of sentence.
He was based. He was somewhere on the East Coast,
Yeah.
and basically he missed the ship he was initially assigned to. Got assigned to a second ship. His first ship got torpedoed in harbor, and he spent the first night in the Canadian Navy fishing out bodies from the ocean
Jesus.
God damn.
That's
of the
rough.
ship he was supposed to be on.
My granddad had a pretty dark story he told my father. I never met my granddad, he passed before I was born. But he was a merchant sailor doing the Murmansk convoys for the merchant navy. Basically between the States and England and Russia for the Lend-Lease shit. And the Germans he got torpedoed twice during the war, and he snuck aboard. He basically joined the navy too young. So when he was torpedoed the first time, they were captured by Germans and lined up on the dock, basically. And they machine gunned his entire ex-crew. But he was so short, the machine gun bullets basically passed over him and they spared him.
Jesus Christ.
And they basically decapitated and mowed down all the other full-grown men in his crew. And then his second ship was also torpedoed, but he was a lot older by then, or a little bit older. Older and probably more jaded later in the war. But he ended up being really good friends with a Messerschmitt pilot who moved to New Zealand after the war. So it was weird. He had quite a good relationship with a lot of the Russians and Germans. But he didn't like the servicemen here because all their stories were the exact same New Zealand story of going to North Africa, then Italy.
Thanks, Discord, for crashing.
Yeah,
Did
Italy
we
was a
ever
shit
actually
show.
find Hitler's body? I can't remember.
The Russians said they captured it. It was apparently
now?
pretty badly burned.
It was the bunker in Berlin, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, it was outside of it, right? Because they took his body outside,
Yeah.
doused it in gasoline, and lit it on fire.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
High
We
low.
can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Um,
Discord
The HMS
But as I was-
Dreadnought is the only battleship to have sunk a submarine by ramming it.
First.
crashed. To try to say what I was saying earlier before Discord said no. Here's some of the Canadian stories that you're talking about.
Well, I just finished the one about the guy who was assigned to one ship, missed it, got assigned to a second ship, and then the first ship got torpedoed in harbor. So he spent the first night in the Canadian Navy fishing out bodies from the ocean.
Shit.
And then, this is all completely unprompted, I didn't ask him about this. Then he just shut up, and I knew not to press the issue further. I knew one guy, he lived in London during the Blitz as a kid. And he told me the worst part of, there was only one incident that was really stayed with him the entire time, which is he missed his bus. And his bus that he normally gets on was strafed by a Messerschmitt.
Fuck.
And it was right outside of his house apparently too, so his parents were outside wailing, because the entire bus, everybody on it got fragged, right? And then, he kind of, walks up and parents are bawling their eyes out. Yeah, it was crazy.
God damn.
He managed to grow up just when the war was ending. He was a glider pilot and spent 1946 in Berlin as part of the RAF into the Berlin airlift, apparently.
Well then.
I have a slightly less dark, amusing Kiwi story about World War II.
Sorry, all the stories that get told are dark.
That's fair. I mean, World War II was pretty dark.
Yeah.
Solicitud de aterrizaje denegada.
Docking request denied. Fuck you.
Oh, I got another one. My dad knew a Lancaster gunner. Yeah. his plane caught fire. He got out, but worse for wear, you
Solicitud
know.
de aterrizaje denegada.
Dozer, I found a wild view on the internet. I posted it in waifus.
Okay. I'll have a
It's
look.
my
So.
phone.
My amusing story about the Kiwis was the Battle of Monte Cassino in Italy, where there was a beautiful old monastery up in the mountain.
Oh no.
And the Kiwis and other other Commonwealth forces, I think it was American contingent and Brits and stuff, Canadians, suspected there was a German headquarters on the mountain in this beautiful old monastery. So we shelled the fuck out of it for weeks and basically ruined it and then stormed it, and it was like a token garrison.
Solicitud de aterrizaje aceptada.
Italy moment.
Lol.
I
Lamau.
thought you were gonna
We're
talk
barely
about like
involved.
Monte Cassino, where it was a month-long fight over a fucking relic.
I feel that you guys would know this, but do you guys know about the Battle of Castle Itter?
It sounds
Is
familiar,
that the
but don't
one
think so.
near the end of the war where it was the U.S. and Germany versus the SS?
Yes.
Tren de aterrizaje
Okay,
despegado.
good, yes.
It was the Americans, the Austrians, and the Germans versus the Germans. Because all the prisoners, it was a VIP prison camp as part of the concentration camp system, so it had like the former French Prime Minister, like an Olympic athlete, and just like other VIPs. And the prison head guy shot himself, and the rest of the German guards all deserted. But the SS was 200 SS guys were coming to just kill they were just killing everybody in the area. So then they were on their way. And the Austrian resistance got a hold of the Americans, and the Americans sent there was one tank, and his crew went, and then they met up on the way while the Austrians were leading them. They met up with the local German commander, and he was secretly part of the resistance. So then he brought his guys. So it was 20 or 30 soldiers versus 200 defending the castle. And they just had hold for a day or something before the rest of the Americans arrived. Apparently they almost completely ran out of ammo, and their tank got blown up, but everyone inside the tank lived. The only
Yay,
person
Shermans.
the only person that died on the side of the Allies was actually the German commander, Gengel. And they named the town after him or something after that. Something. They named something after him.
I need
Lolly,
a burger. Yeah.
He
so
literally went get down.
why are all the
to
countries'
Prime
waifus?
Minister.
don't worry about it. On that note, I guess pick a continent.
Africa.
God damn it.
I was gonna go with South America.
South America it is.
Wow, Molly.
Now you get to play Bolivia.
So Bolivia then? The guys who got
Oh,
their
no,
ass
they're
beat by
Germans.
Paraguay?
Alright, guys, I lied. I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Can't believe you betray me like this.
No, fine, I'll stay up. I'll
No,
stay up for
go
a
to
little
bed.
bit.
Go to bed. I'm just being silly.
So
Alright,
changing
you guys have
gears. Yeah. You keep
You guys have
going.
you guys have a wonderful night. I will talk to you
You
later.
too.
You too, Prince. Take care.
Changing gears slightly from World War II nautical to World War II aeronautical. Obviously, there was just as many funky, weird airplanes as there were funky, weird boats.
Oh, yeah?
Do you guys know about the Spruce Goose?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I do
It's
not.
amazing.
The Hughes 4 Hercules is one of the biggest airplanes ever made. And the thing I love about it is that it actually flew. It wasn't just a funny prototype that somebody put together.
I mean, for most of his life, it was a funny
Wait,
prototype.
did you watch The Aviator with me, didn't you, Lolly?
I think so.
Yeah, it's that plane at the end when he's trying to take off in the water. That big fuck off plane. That's
okay.
how it Hughes' story, and that plane is the Spruce Goose.
So I was born in Oregon, so I've been to the Evergreen Aviation Museum where the Spruce Goose sits. And that plane is like they have a whole ass DC-3 parked underneath one of the wings. Like the plane is massive.
That's
Jesus.
awesome. I'd
And
love
it-
to see it
and it-
someday.
And if you compare it to like jetliners, like the like the A380 or just stuff like that, it doesn't have as wide of a wingspan. Like the wings aren't as long, but that also you have to remember the Spruce Goose's wings are straight, not swept back. So it actually has a comparable wingspan to these giant ass fucking airliners. Pretty dope. That and each it has 8 engines and they all have 28 cylinders each.
That's fucking insane. That's awesome.
It's like a 40-liter engine or something stupid like that. I fucking love that plane just because it's so fuck off massive. They basically landed it on the pad and then built the whole building around it.
You would kind of have to.
I mean, yes.
That thing was huge. It was Big Bessie.
Funnily enough, Walt Disney actually bought it. They
I'm not
used it.
surprised.
They were trying to use it as an attraction at one of their like sites, but they had it in the water, just kind of bobbing, and it just was too unconventional and awkward.
Meaning that it was liable to hit a rock every now and then.
Let's see.
I don't know how long he owned it for, but the Walt Disney Corporation did own it for quite a while.
So many
I'm actually
waifus.
gonna look
Lol.
that up right now just to see. See the Pratt & Whitney R4360 Wasp Major 28-cylinder radial piston engine, 3,000 horsepower each. 17-foot in diameter propellers. That is amazing.
Alrighty.
Oh, that's cool. It's a pack, so I get a few different nameplates. I see. I don't remember what I was doing here from this fucking station. Probably grinding rep for the Empire. Oh, okay, I'm high enough level. Cool. I've almost got my cutter, Hellborn. Hello?
Oh,
Is Kelborn gone?
is that Will's it?
Do you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I hear
I
you.
can hear you.
Oh,
I can hear you.
I was like, where's Kelborn here?
Wait, what?
Unless he's under a different name.
Well, I'm not Kelborn, so
Yeah, that's the question then. Where's Kelborn?
I could have sworn I heard Kelborn.
No.
Okay, I'm just going
A
crazy.
Canadian accent just like kick in really badly and you thought it was Kelborn?
I'm going schizoid. I've got Kelborn on the brain.
trying to see if there's a picture inside the Evergreen Aviation Museum where they have a blackbird, because they have a blackbird underneath one of the Spruce Goose wings.
Ooh.
Oh,
I've been to the Chicago Museum of Science and Industry. That was fucking cool. I'd love to go to more like aviation museums next time I'm in the States.
I got to see the battleship North Carolina.
That's cool.
Pretty neat. I actually liked being in North Carolina. It was nice.
Tren de aterrizaje replegado. Nave liberada.
A
Motores
bit too warm
activados.
though. I crossed the blacktop and got heat stroke.
Mensaje de emisión crítica entrante.
The sun was too powerful for this Canadian.
Imposible ejecutar. Imposible ejecutar.
I just put 2 pictures in public general. One where on one side there's a DC-3 parked underneath one of the spruce goose wings, and on the other side the blackbird. You know, just for scale.
There's a large ass plane.
Imposible ejecutar.
Unfortunately, the SR-71 Blackbird was getting like shipped
Imposible ejecutar.
in pieces when I was moving out of Oregon, so I never got to see the Blackbird in person. I've seen it since then, but never in a museum.
Do they still have the aviation museum here? Okay, yeah, they still have the aviation museum. I should go there. So remember right, they used to have a B-25, I think? Oh, apparently they have a bunch of stuff. Okay. Been a while.
Cargando motor de distorsión.
They have a starfighter. What?
They have a Starfighter.
Boost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cave Troll.
Let's see, because I remember they had like a B-25 in their collection.
3, 2, 1. Activando.
I wouldn't be too surprised if they had a B-25.
Yeah, they do. They still have it. Sweet. Oh, and they got a Mosquito now too. I should actually go.
Mensaje de misión crítica entrante. Recolectando combustible. Recolección de combustible completa.
Oh, that's funny. I just checked Steam, and there's a dude on my friends list that's on the Stellaris main menu, but rather than just saying, like, in main menu, it says, in main menu, pondering what to play.
Yeah,
Oh.
another one is multiplayer lobby, scheming against their friends.
I like it when devs do that, like use the Steamworks
Oh no, now
implementation
there's
bidder.
3 of them.
Yeah.
No, we are growing in numbers.
Yes.
Ever slowly.
I'm gonna try and hypnotize you, Lolly, with rotations.
Well, he's busy being hypnotized by public work programs.
Rodate.
POV, you are playing funny Viking game. You go check Discord, game crashes.
Is your internet working again?
Until you refuse to say a racial slur in chat again, probably.
Eyector térmico desplegado.
Ollie, did you already lose the Britain run?
It wasn't a racial slur.
Yeah, the other day. I mentioned this. Because I could not recover from the current situation.
Of spending 3 years on one ship?
Speaking of spending 3 years on one ship, Mothership Sunday. Sorry, Saturday.
Indeed.
Nothing
Mother
else
gun
than
ship.
that.
Well, it's my Sunday. It's Yankee Doodle Dandy Saturday.
Is that just code word for really fucking late?
No, it's just
That was-
New Zealand's a day ahead. It's annoying. For me saying stuff, I have to make sure I account for fucking hamburger
just-
time.
Fucking move to Hamburger Land, easy.
I have to account for Kentucky Fried Standard Time.
It's easier for you to come over here than all of us going over there.
Oh no, I know that. I definitely, and I like the States. I want to go to the States. I want to.
Slash was his first adventure. As soon as he gets here, we have to crucify him.
Immediately turn up, you're all like the fucking Caesar's Legion from New Vegas. I'm just like, what the fuck?
I can't laugh at that joke because when I whispered it, I couldn't see it.
You couldn't see it.
Now, what's really gonna happen is we're gonna the whole thing is we're gonna entice you to come here and everything, and it turns out it's like the Wicker Man.
God damn it.
It's fucking sacrifice you on the pyre.
Brother
back-
Green was never Swedish at all.
I'm not gonna bring back your goddamn corn.
Sacrifice.
It
Look
turns,
at you screaming about corn. You think this is about agriculture?
it turns out I wasn't wrong either, and Unai is a big black guy.
It's funny because there's one person in this chat has access to my Facebook. They can confirm beyond a shadow of doubt I am white.
I don't know why I had that preconception when I joined the unit. I can't remember if someone told me something or something you said, but something made me think you were black for ages.
Probably because he has a black name.
What?
That's a clip right there.
Lol, are you colorblind? Everyone's name is Gray in Discord.
Well, I have light mode, so.
It's got racist edition.
You're a heretic, I see.
Wow. I was expecting that follow-up.
What? It is a strain in my eyes at night, that's for sure.
To be sure, it is a welcome one.
I can't even say because it was like back when Rain and I were doing like the you knit jokes either because we weren't even doing that by the time you joined.
Yeah, no, I don't think there was any real reason. I can't think of
I
any.
think you just went black and moved on.
Whoa.
Hide them under your
ancestry would be
floorboards, aren't
funny.
you, dozer head ass?
What? Oh no, I legitimately didn't hear what you said.
It gave me the vibe of, they're hiding under your floorboards, aren't they?
Oh no.
Doze, you're streaming on Twitch, right?
Yeah, not on Twitch, but I'm streaming. Yeah.
I mean, you're streaming.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna save my joke. I'm gonna put that one under locks right now.
I'm gonna hold my action.
I like to go down the initiative. Alright, I should probably react if I'm coming to that Death Watch game or not. Let's see who reacted. Yeah, I'll go. I got Green and Deadman going. I guess if my arm has to be twisted about it.
After tonight, you're going to Death Watch.
But Frav's starter gets so much worse when he's a GM. I wish I was joking.
What happened?
Frav, you know how Frav has like a little bit of a stutter?
Yeah.
It goes into overdrive when he's a GM.
It is a lot more talking and thinking.
Absolutely. However, it goes to such a drive. Me and Green kept thinking for like the first 2 sessions that his internet or our internet was fucking up.
Okay.
Just to give you like a mental image of what that sounds like.
Yeah. I am now a count with the Empire. How much further do I have to go?
Well, just remember,
3 more
in
ranks.
democracy, it's your
2
vote
hours.
that counts. In feudalism, it's your count that votes.
Dozer, what are you counting to in there?
5.
What do you mean?
Holy shit.
I'm trying to go to
Hey, does you-
Duke so I can get the Imperial Cutter. It's 3 ranks away.
Those you have to count to 5? Holy shit, that's gonna be like 3 years. That's a lot, right?
I'm not as think as you dumb I am.
Wait, what?
What?
Full Wabi.
Motores activados.
Weeble wabba.
Why is your leader's name German Bush if you're in Bolivia?
Oh man, they're already overworked.
Bro, how you overwork? You just watch hockey all day?
No, not me. The nurses.
Oh.
I just read a news story that the government is gonna reduce the EMS wait times by getting the nurses to do triage. The nurses
Jesus.
are also overworked.
Ah, good.
The government's stupid. They don't know what's going on.
I remember one of my first
It doesn't
jobs,
matter what.
and like one of my first jobs when I was a teenager, the boss kept trying to call me to work because people were overworked, and I was literally like on minimum wage, and I'd always be like, I'm out of town. It's like
Based.
You look at your boss through the window? Yeah, I'm out of town, chief.
I go and it was a supermarket, so I should have just gone to the supermarket and done my shopping. Oh no, I mean,
You're out of town. Yeah,
I'm-
I just came for a quick stop.
I mean emotionally, I'm out of town.
Mensaje de emisión crítica entrante.
I don't like being here.
I don't owe you
You're
shit.
getting
Get
minimum
fucked.
wage, ain't gonna go above and beyond. Fuck you.
Mensaje de
And then I
emisión
push her in
crítica
front of the
entrante.
little cleaning, the little ride-on cleaning machine.
Combustible desactivado.
God.
Long
Yeah.
live the king. What? The Lion King reference isn't applicable. Shut up.
I remember back when I used to work
Roadhouse.
at WPGs, for the first few weeks, I didn't have an off day because I didn't actually have a schedule.
No.
So eventually it got to the point where like, all right, I worked for like 17 days in a row. I'm taking today and tomorrow off. That's my weekend. And then coincidentally, I got a schedule the next day. I went in, and ever since I kept being called in on days I'm off, saying, "Hey, we need you." Not my problem.
Hey, well, I need way more money and time off.
Yeah, I was getting paid the state minimum wage, which was $7.25 an hour.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. The state wage is now $11.15 an hour.
I don't even know what my state wage is.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, one of my, at the gun shop, I really liked the job, but the owner was a cunt, and, he basically, like, I basically gave him 2 options. Cause I was working 6 days a week with 1 day off, and I was like,
God,
I can
people
either have,
being
like,
abrasive?
I'm basically down to either be, like, have 1 more day off, like, you can either give me more days off at the current wage, or I can, or you can pay me more to work 6 days a week. And he was like, neither, you're just being a victim. So I was like, alright, here's my resignation. I know you'd be a difficult dickhead about this. I already had it pre-planned, like, in my pocket, because I know he fucking wouldn't agree. I was just
There
hoping
you
he
go.
would. I was hoping he'd be decent, but he was a piece of shit, and that wasn't surprising at all. And not long after I left, they sold the guns to Brendan Tarrant, who did that Christchurch massacre, so
Oh shit.
it's kind of glad that I didn't work there during that time.
Yeah, you dodged a fucking bullet and a half, man.
Solicitud de
Yup.
aterrizaje aceptada.
Although, to be fair, that wasn't my store, that was the Christchurch store, and I worked at the Wellington branch, but still, same company. Still a lot of bad fucking PR for a really shitty thing that happened.
Yeah.
Like, fuck them, they should have done their fucking checks and it might not have happened. But their company was so money hungry. They treated all the salesmen like fucking car salesmen, but worse. Trying to get us to watch fucking Zig Ziglar and all that shit, like real predatory.
Who?
Some American fucking, like, predatory cult salesman.
Ah.
Basically running the company like an MLM.
Do you have any idea how little that narrows down American salesmen?
I'm about to go full playwright death of the salesman on this.
Dozer. I'm a cutthroat salesman.
Oh yes, sell me this pen.
Alright, I have 58 photos of you photoshopped with minors. 10
Alright. How much is the pen?
You get the pen for free for buying the photos.
Oh, you can have the pen for $10 with the photos. I'm going to keep it in the dark closet in case I need to bribe you again.
One of the factions I keep doing missions for is called the Imperial War Grannies. They fucking love me now.
War grannies?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You know, I'll never truly understand the sell me this pen bit, but I love it when people try to, alright, sell me my laptop. You immediately go to their search history, they immediately go, oh, hold on there. Looking like the Fallout Vault-Tec representative when you start Fallout 4, like, whoa there.
The real answer is when some dickhead salesman from the 80s, Wolf of Wall Street style, says, sell me this pen, you take the pen and jab it in their eye as hard as possible till they die.
That's the only way to get the job.
Why be a magic trick?
It's the only way to come out of that thing looking like a decent human being. Not that I would condone violence on stream ever. I hate that to happen.
But I will on history.
I'm not responsible
I'll
for people in the voice chat.
I'll
Yes.
condone violence. They're
This was
pretty neat
Discord.
instruments.
Lamar?
Oh, speaking of instruments, so Dozer, something me and Scuff discovered on on Enlisted, the HE shells on tanks, they bounce.
Oh,
What?
So what's the fucking point of using them?
They
And their
ricochet
explosion
if
radius is 2 meters.
what the fuck?
yeah, HE shells will ricochet if they hit something at like less than a 30-degree angle, which you cannot get on the ground in front of you, no matter what the fuck you do, unless you park it on the roof of a building you cannot get to. Also, you know that little front post inside the front loop of like every rifle in World War II?
Yeah.
That's not your aiming point. Halfway between that and the top of the loop is your aiming point. Whether it's 5 meters away or 500.
Lamar.
And nothing's actually 500 meters away, but like 5 to 50 meters, you're halfway up the circle instead of at the front post.
I hate
Um,
fucking weapon designers.
yeah,
Make a functional sight. No.
You'd think the infantry rifle would basically be perfected by now, but still, they still managed to fuck it up.
I mean, most fighting in that game takes place within about 30 meters.
Yeah.
Like, it's a building and a half away, just point it at them and pull the trigger. Shouldn't even need hit scan or bullet drop or whatever the fuck.
Oh, US. I do like physically simulated bullets.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah.
Hit scan's great in old school games like Doom, but not so much in modern shooters that have like other physics.
When the fighting takes place within 30 meters, I shouldn't need to lead my target even if they're running at a sprint because the bullet's just fast enough that it doesn't matter.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
keep dipping.
I started playing the Battlefront 2 campaign yesterday. It's actually surprisingly fun.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good.
I haven't gotten to finish it, so I don't have a.
I didn't
opinion
expect
on
to
it
like.
yet.
I didn't expect to like the story, but I'm enjoying it. It's just arcadey and fun, but like pretty simple. That's
That's
cool.
all
Were
it
you
is.
expecting special forces?
Yeah.
Actually, on
Yeah,
that
you're
note,
right here.
it is downloaded.
What is?
Battlefront 2.
Yeah. We could play some.
Yeah.
Alright, let me
Then
drop off
fucking
these.
play it.
Let me drop off these missions at Hakam server, and then I'll jump on.
Fine, twist my arm, why don't you?
You're gonna make me buy it on Steam. God damn.
You're
It is
gonna
like
make me
$8.
Is it
buy
not
the
re-downloading
game.
Epic?
Yeah, if it's still on sale, it's pretty cheap at the moment.
It was like what, $5?
Yeah, it's $5 New Zealand, so
It's $8 for us.
It is
Weird.
no
I
longer
mean, I
on
liked
Steam.
it when I played. Oh.
Wait, what?
It is no longer on sale on Steam.
Oh, I thought he said it's no longer
Oh.
on Steam.
Yeah, he didn't say on sale afterwards. He was like, yeah, it's no longer on Steam. It's like, alright then.
I guess we're not
That's
playing.
like-
I'm
I'm taking it
shake a
off.
hand out.
I'm gonna take it off of Steam, fuck you. You don't get to have fun.
Well, of course not.
What is this?
Vikings Expedition.
You were playing Vikings Expedition, and then it died.
Because like, oh, tab to respond to Dozer.
Vikings Expedition.
Heyo.
Yeah, I'm gonna stux you.
Oh what?
That's right.
What?
You're gonna get sexed.
I know.
Now he's brought it out. Damn.
And you get sexed by a quirked up Arizonan with a little bit of swagger.
And I'm bringing the cactus whip.
My fear.
Oh no.
I'm from Arizona.
Bang.
Mag dumps. But my lord, there is no such trip.
Oh, Una, have you heard of the fucking stupid liberal retard city they're gonna build in Arizona by the CEO of Walmart?
Come again?
There's
That'll be a no.
the CEO of Walmart, he's a billionaire. He's got a plan for an uber sustainable tech hub, like dystopian nightmare city in the fucking Arizona desert. And it's like, Arizona already is having like a water crisis and shit, so he's just a fucking retard. Like the last thing Arizona needs, from what I read about it, is another 5 million people in the desert.
See, this is why it should
Yeah,
be
that's about
legal
right.
for me to remove people's femurs when they're being dipshits.
I ought to commit fucking crimes.
That's it.
Scuff
Send them to
becomes
City.
Scuff
Send me-
becomes the fucking femur breaker.
Send me the grid coordinate.
I'm in the
Not the
pipe,
femur
pipe, pipe, pipe.
breaker, Dozer. It's a femur stealer.
That'd be fucking weird. You wake up one day and like you're not in any pain or anything, but your femur's gone. It's like no
which
one.
one you fuckers got into
Everything
it.
else is still there, just the femur gone.
Yeah, you just got the floppy leg now forever.
There's not even like scars from a surgery. Your femurs are just removed from
Yeah,
your
like
body.
you're perfectly fine otherwise. That would fucking suck. It'd be so hard to deal with. It's like I think if you like tried to put any weight on it, your leg would just fucking rip, like wouldn't it? Like you'd just fucking tear all the muscles
Yeah.
and probably bleed the fuck
Yeah,
out.
well, it wouldn't tear muscles, but like the top half of your leg would not support any weight, and you would just fall. Your femur is the strongest bone in your body. It is carrying a little bit of weight.
Is it true?
As a treat, yes.
So how you then, Venture?
You know, I've been okay up until today and yesterday when I caught whatever the fuck this is.
Ah, the sickness, okay.
The scurvy.
So you are in fact down
so-
with the sickness.
Yeah, I am down with sickness. With laryngitis and a minor cold.
Thank you,
At least I
Dozer.
hope it's minor cold. Parents apparently got COVID, so
Oh.
there's that.
Dozer caught on what I was doing.
Your mother.
It's
Yes.
a hamster.
Never gonna... Ooh, wah, ah, ah.
Your mother. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the stream. We did some space trucking. It was probably super boring, but I hope the conversation was good at least.
It fucking was.
But, yeah, farewell. Take care. Merry Krambus for next year.
Grandpa.
Ah!
Whatever. Bye.
Um,